live out of New Orleans, Louisiana. This is WTS Live Severe Coverage, starting soon. Alright, can y'all hear me? Yeah, right now we're just making sure everything's prepared, so.
What?
Alrighty. Hello everyone, welcome to live coverage. Today we are going to be tracking a moderate risk across Oklahoma and a part of northern Texas. The date is April 1st, 2024, and the day is 5:05 p.m. Happy April Fools, everyone. But this event is not an April Fool's joke. This is a serious event that we're going to be tracking here throughout tonight and into the overnight hours. Currently, we do have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, most of them being in Texas, where recently we had an 88-mile-an-hour wind gust report in Albany, Texas. And right now, I'm gonna quickly show you the severe probabilities real quick. We do have. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Stormbringer Center's website real quick. Close that. So right now, yeah, again, you can see that moderate risk from earlier. But for tornado probabilities, we do have a 10% significance across the Great Plains there, where we could see EF2 tornadoes this evening into the overnight hours. And then for wind, we do have a 30% significance for Missouri, southern Illinois, eastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, and northwestern Arkansas. And the main driving thing for this event will be hail, where we have a 45% significance for Oklahoma and northern Texas. In fact, the page just refreshed there, so I gotta review it again. But yeah, as you can see right there, there's also a large significant there, as you can see outlined in black across a lot of Texas, as you can see, and those areas that I mentioned earlier as well. Going back to the radar now, we do have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, so we're gonna go ahead and quickly review these. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Breckenridge, Crystal Falls, and Ivan. This is highlighted for 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and half-dollar sized hail. This is the same storm where we had that 88-mile-an-hour wind gust. Moving south, we also have another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Eastern County, southern Stephens County, and southwestern Palo Pinto County. This includes Cisco, Eastland, Morton Valley, and Ranger. And going more to the southwest, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for San Angelo, Texas, for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail. And you can see right there, that storm is going to be moving to the northeast at 55 miles an hour, and that will mainly remain over rural areas of Texas. Going way to the northeast now, We do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings up here that the team has been keeping a close eye on. And we're going to wait for this radar to load. And as you can see, each plus here is a lightning strike in the last 20 minutes. So there's been a lot of lightning strikes of these storms. So here's one of the severe thunderstorm warnings that is in southeastern Kansas that is in effect for, let's see here, doesn't say what counties it's for on this page for some reason, but that is for golf ball sized tail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This will be moving northeast at 55 miles an hour, and this will remain in effect until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And this will be moving into Labette, Parsons, Montana, and Altamont. Moving even further north is, I'm going to try to find a good radar here, as this one small severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect. Oh, never mind, that one just expired, so we're going to go back here to some of the reports that we have. But yeah, that was a severe thunderstorm warning that was just allowed to expire. We have some damaging wind reports here, including broken windows, down power lines. There's also damage here near Hula. Going down here, we also have damage reports out of Runnels, Texas, with shingles blown off. And as we go through the day today, we're going to see even larger hail, again, mainly in Oklahoma. I'm going to hand this off to Tristan because I'm getting a phone call. So, Tristan, go ahead.
This is going to be one of those days where the potential of severe weather is quite high, but the mesoscale is very unknown. As we can see here, parts of Texas were only a slight risk, and they ended up getting a sig wind. So they also have sig hail, and we are also watching for the main MCS potential complex do start occurring around central Oklahoma, going into parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and going towards the Ohio Valley, which it may contribute to the Ohio Valley moderate risk tomorrow. Or right now, we are focused on a very dangerous severe weather event. There is something I have been noticing. The low level jet will likely help these storms, but the cap has been staying a little more brutal than what models have been predicting. However, this might be a bad sign. When capping stays for longer and when storms are able to fire in the evening, you suddenly got a greater tornado and damaging wind potential. Why? Because the low level jet will help those storms not only upscale, but create mesoscale features for tornadoes. Storms can remain semi discrete to discrete. That low level jet, combined with the boundary located around Missouri, could help tornadoes. So, on one hand, Oklahoma is not doing the best right now, but it has a very good loaded gun sounding. So if that cap breaks, which I think it will, even though the shortwave is a little bit more southwest than forecasted, if this cap breaks, it's going to be a very, very terrible night. Parts of Arkansas, Missouri, into parts of Oklahoma. And remember, this is not our only area. We still have Texas. We still have the boundary in Missouri, and technically our risk goes all the way to northwestern Kentucky due to both the boundary and the MTS early tomorrow morning during the continuation of the day one period.
Yeah,
Let's not forget our flash flooding up here for parts of the Ohio and Midwest. We do have a slight risk of flash flooding with localized area of more potential for tiny parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, going to most of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, parts of West Virginia, going to northern Kentucky. Day two, which would be more of a tornado event if the models are correct, but we can still have some good flash flooding, would be part of West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, southwestern Pennsylvania, and the very western corner of Maryland.
yeah,
So we got multiple. Go ahead.
yeah. And speaking of Kentucky, like you said earlier, there's actually a severe thunderstorm out there, or I think was a severe thunderstorm out there.
Check that real quick.
But yeah, that is for
That seems to be a dissipated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dissipating, but that was warned for ping pong sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But yeah, you can go ahead again.
Hey
I will
guys,
have this. Go
sorry
ahead.
to interrupt. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for 2-inch hail in Oklahoma.
All right.
Yeah,
Frederick radar, over by the Frederick radar.
yeah, I have that pulled up now. Let me review the details of this warning. This is for, again, 2-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour, and this will be in effect until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And this will be, I was going to get a closer view here. This will be moving into that enhanced risk that you can see on your screen. And this will be moving to Tipton and Burt. But apart from that, it will remain mostly over rural areas all the way until it gets in the Snyder area. But yeah, there you go. There's the details of that warning. You can go ahead, Tristan.
Real quick, I want to check the satellite imagery to see if we're still having that cloud issue over. Some areas have redone the sunlight, of course, parts of Texas. My biggest concern is not the cap busting this risk, actually. At first, we kind of thought that the capping was a little iffy, but if this cap breaks, that's actually a really bad situation for Oklahoma because the low level jet was really good for damaging straight line winds and tornadoes, depending on the mesoscale. So I actually am not liking the way that the cap has been holding so far.
A new
However, we're also seeing some data saying that if the synoptic forcing is a bit placed, there are some estimates saying that the storms that are firing right now may be the only ones, depending on what happens in the rest of the atmosphere. And it's one of those cases where the Midwest can have random capping problems. The models literally said there was not capping, but there's somehow capping's doing a great job of holding. It is a weak cap, so if we get that nice position of ascent, it could easily just blow up. So far, only a few supercells have done it. In fact, some of the best storms today have been around Oklahoma, which is very interesting to note, especially when you consider that area was the best potential for severe thunderstorms. I want to wait for the low level jet, but it's kind of odd that Oklahoma's not blowing up, but everyone else is. Kind of odd.
Yeah, and
Kind of pay attention to the mesoscale, the mess a little bit.
yeah, and also want to point out apparently there's a new severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri, according to someone that I just seen say that. So we're gonna go quickly check that out, and also the storm that I was just showing you, as Tristan was talking there, has tornado possible on it. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. But we're gonna go quickly to that Missouri warning that is west of St. Louis. As you can see, there was a lot of lightning activity with that storm. I'm gonna wait for the radar to load before I go into the details of that storm. But yeah, you can see right there. This is warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is in northwestern Franklin County, Warren County, and northern Gascony County. I think I'm saying that right. That will be in effect until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. As you can see, this storm will be moving its way towards New Haven and Berger. Wait, I just want to go ahead and point that out.
Hey guys, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued from the National Weather Service in Springfield. A tornado possible. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 2-inch hail for Cherokee and Crawford counties in Kansas until 6:15.
Alright, we'll also go in and check that out. I gave that a slight mention, but this is a new warning for that storm. This will be in effect until 6:15 p.m. This is in effect for Cherokee County in southeastern Kansas and southern Crawford County in southeastern Kansas, in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, which I now remember actually already said that. but this is moving east at 50 miles an hour. This is for 2-inch hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And again, there's also that tornado possible, which we'll get a zoom in here of that radar site.
Pittsburgh, Kansas is actually in that severe thunderstorm warning.
Oh, really?
And this is trained weather spotters.
Yeah, trained weather spotters. And again, you can also see a lot of lightning activity with that storm as well. Again, each plus there is a strike that has occurred in the last 20 minutes.
Oh wow, there is a lot of lightning with that storm I now see, yeah.
Yeah, this is slightly outside the moderate risk, but that doesn't really matter that much. This is, I'm pretty sure this is in the 10% significant, but I can't have that on here under year 2 because it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. Justin G and I are starting to agree on what I was saying earlier. On those those clouds are a really big issue in terms of the wind risk. Uh, Even though the storms that are producing wind right now are doing a fantastic job, but it's not going to be as much as we thought, which is very interesting. And I'm also wondering how that's going to affect day 2, because remember, it was supposed to be at MCS, and then it goes out to the Ohio Valley, and then you have suddenly a ascent. I wonder if instability will be even more if we don't get an MCS.
I have
I
a feeling
wonder how bad Ohio might be if that MCS doesn't happen.
that we might, if we don't get MCS, odd, then yeah, there's not gonna be as much wind damage, but I still think that individual supercells, like the one down there in Texas today that produced those 88-mile-an-hour winds, I still think individual supercells won't have a problem with having really damaging winds.
Yeah, it's very interesting to note that cloud cover is very hard to forecast. Honestly, I felt like if there was no cloud cover, this moderate would be absolutely amazing right now. We did so much data and we did so much analysis, and yet just because of cloud cover, sometimes you fail, and that's the random things that is with forecasting. And people are like, "Oh, meteorologists are not doing anything right," all that. All it takes is some cloud cover in the Midwest to say your risk failed. And technically, even with cloud cover, our risk is technically not failing 100%. Oklahoma's not doing well, which might change with the low level jet depending on the surface feature out to the west. I'm check surface analysis.
Just wait until that low-level
Low
jet
level
kicks in
jet hit.
tonight. Yeah, that's gonna be a
That's
whole
when
different story
that's when
tonight.
that's when we will see if Oklahoma actually truly goes off. We don't know yet. Oklahoma has had a lot of cloud cover today, which was a sort of concern. At first, we were confident, and suddenly the cloud cover came in. We were like, "Time is." That's the problem with forecasting sometimes.
The National Weather
As
Service in San Angelo has issued a dust storm advisory and a severe thunderstorm warning.
yeah, I do feel like that. This is a very interesting risk because the parameters were there for everything. The supercells are clearly showing that our parameters would have been correct. But simply some cloud cover and a little bit of delayed ascent just ruined the risk
I don't
if
think
the
it's
low
ruined.
level jet doesn't save it. We will wait for the low level jet, but there's a decent amount of lightning north of Lawton, son,
Yeah, that's
which
that one
means,
severe thunderstorm that we were talking about earlier.
yeah, we'll see if that gets more intense. I will say Texas is kind of more intense than forecasted. Um,
Yeah,
especially around Dallas.
and they were expecting to have a stronger cap too. But apparently the storms are having no problem chewing through that.
That area have more sunlight though. Yep. Illinois also and Missouri have more sunlight. Southeastern Kansas have more sunlight, but Oklahoma didn't have a lot of sunlight. Yeah, but we'll have to see if the low level jet can make those storms suddenly go off. Ooh, that's
I'm currently looking at the new HRRR run, and I gotta say, these photographs in eastern Oklahoma are looking scary for tornadoes tonight.
they are if supercells fire.
HRRR shows supercells firing in this environment, if you check the chat.
This is an odd one because yeah, this is honestly an odd one. If the whole environment is good besides cloud cover. And I always say to people when you get clouds that hang out for too long, it tends to reinforce the cap a little bit and make it harder to break. And that's what's exactly going on in Oklahoma. Now I think uh, but that's it. That's the thing though that is really interesting about this risk so far. You wanted cloud cover and showers in the morning. You wanted Tulsa said it, but then suddenly when they stick for too long, then it becomes
You gotta
a
remember
fine.
though, the main threat is overnight, so don't be doubting it yet.
Exactly. That's why I'm not sleeping on it yet. Yeah, but then the low level jet does take over, and the leftover heating can be used really well. We will see, but kind of disappointing that well,
Why is there a
clouds
severe
decide.
thunderstorm warning in Ohio?
Let's take a look. Oh, it's just a little super. Yeah, a lot of the storms are that are alive are producing for considerable severe thunderstorms. Some destruction.
Very
Like,
easily.
like the storms are there, so we will see if this moderate verifies. I really hope this is not a Oklahoma, not Oklahoma bias risk. Sometimes they have when they just know Oklahoma parameters and you just ignore 1 to 2 bus modes and feel too confident. A perfect example of that was me being too confident during the Dixie risk.
A mesoscale discussion has been issued from the Storm Prediction Center for the concerning severe thunderstorm watch number 66 in Texas.
Right. Yep. Um, yep.
They say that the threat continues across the severe thunderstorm watch 66. Very large hail and hurricane force gusts will remain possible with the strongest storms through the evening, and a tornado cannot be ruled out. Storms may develop further south across southwestern into central Texas, and local weather watch extensions or new watches may eventually become necessary in Texas. Semi-discrete storms, including supercells, have been progressing eastward across portions of northwestern Texas with a history of up to baseball-sized hail and near 90-mile-per-hour measured gusts. Diurnal heating ahead of the ongoing line of storms has allowed for surface temperatures to warm over 80 degrees Fahrenheit and mid-upper 60s degrees dew point Fahrenheit for dew points. Minimized SIN H has boosted mixed layer cape to 2,000 joules per kilogram per 22Z mesoanalysis. Buoyancy is modest, but uh, more than enough in supporting continued significant severe weather given the presence of an 80 plus knot of effective bulk shear driven by 30 knots of low-level jet observed observed by over 80 knots of 500 millibar southwesterly flow. As much as such, the more sustained supercell structures may continue to produce severe hail in the 2 to 3 inch diameter range, along with severe gusts peaking between 75 and 90 miles per hour. The best chance for significant severe storms will be over northwestern into north central Texas, where deep layer ascent is the strongest. Additionally, regional VADS and 22Z mesoanalysis does show some slight low-level hodograph curvature, suggesting that a tornado cannot be ruled out as well. Further south, storms are attempting to develop closer to the Rio Grande, and however, overall forcing for ascent is weaker, raising questions about storm coverage. Still, given the strong deep layer shear present, any storms that can mature and become sustained will present a severe hail/wind risk. A local uh, a local extension of severe thunderstorm watch 66 may be needed if confidence in convective convergence increases further south into southern and central Texas. 75 to 90 mile an hour winds they're forecasting now. Wow, that's windy. Another mesoscale discussion has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center for concerning tornado watches 64 and 67. They say numerous supercells are expected this evening, with large to very large hail likely. The tornado threat will increase near and after sunset. Here's the discussion. A mature supercell has developed in southeast Kansas with hail up to golf ball size reported. Additional supercells have started to develop along the warm front in central Missouri. Mixed layer cape of 1,200 to 1,500 joules per kilogram and effective shear in excess of 70 knots per Springfield VWP hodograph will support large to very large hail with any storms. SPC mesoanalysis shows STP of 1 to 1.5 at 22Z, and the WOFS suggests STP around 3 by 0Z, or 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. As the low-level jet strengthens, therefore, expect a gradual increase in tornado intensity through the evening. Tornado threat is going to be on the uptick over the next coming hours.
Threat is, but his new storm. Dallas Fort Worth has a observed 2.75-inch hail.
Oh wow.
Parts of Jack, Pinto, Parker, and Young County, Texas. 6:15 Central Daylight Time. Why is this risky?
The best chance for significant severe threat is near the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area for 75 to 90 mile an hour winds and 2 to 3 inch hail.
Oh, there's yeah. Storms that are igniting are producing a ton of lightning and potential. Yeah, in southeast Kansas, going into parts of west of Dallas. There is a lot of lightning shows. However, in Oklahoma, It's so Oklahoma's still quiet, but there's a lot of lightning. So what?
Tristan, you said the Q word. We're all screwed now.
Oh well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, as soon as I said that, 2 cells are maturing in Oklahoma now. 3. Hey,
Damn it.
both between Lawton. Lawton, Oklahoma.
That's in southwest Oklahoma.
Curious to see if these really mature.
No, headed more towards Oklahoma City. Although it could come up towards you, so I would stay on alert for them.
Actually, the one east of Oklahoma City would go in between Chandler and Elkmont on I
Yeah,
44. If it matured, of course.
I gotta say, Tristan, if you wanted to put a 45 sig wind out, I probably would have put the DFW in it, to be honest.
Oh my god. If I knew the ascent was going to be delayed. I don't know if I did something wrong or am I just unlucky with this forecast? Or apparently. I mean, we're still waiting for a low level jet, and Oklahoma is sort of active now. We'll see what happens. Oh, well, maybe it will help my risk verify. I know I don't want it. Ooh, Wilmington in trees and wires down on Independence Road. Time estimated by radar in Kentucky. 911 call center. Thunderstorm wind damage. That is in Kentucky. That's on the boundary, likely. Springfield severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1.5-inch hail for parts of Cherokee and Crawford counties.
Two
Interesting.
inch hail and 2 inch hail and 65-mile-an-hour winds headed towards Fort Worth right now. Yeah, hey, Tyler, you missed quite a bit, but the SPC did issue mesoscale discussions for Tornado Watch 64 and 67, saying that the tornado threat's going to be increasing over there in Missouri and Kansas. Also, a mesoscale discussion came out for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro, saying that 75 to 90-mile-an-hour winds and 2 to 3-inch hail is possible in the DFW area.
All right. Okay, let's see. Uh,
There is also currently a destructive severe thunderstorm warning over by Fort Worth for baseball-sized hail.
oh shit. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay.
2-inch hail observed. 2.75-inch hail observed.
My mic should be back. Hold on, let me readjust it. All right.
The Mezco discussion graphics are on the SPC if you want to show the stream.
Yeah, I'm about to load it up here.
All right. We do have some more significant hail reports that have come out.
Alrighty. Do I show Mesoscale discussion 327?
Sorry, give me a.
I'm gonna show this one.
Mezco discussion 326 and 327. 326 highlights the best chance for significant severe in a purple hatched area, which does include Fort Worth.
Yeah, I'm showing that right now, and yeah, you can see Fort Worth is included in that. 2 to 3 inch hail and 75 to 90 mile an hour gusts are the main threats.
Which is kind of nuts considering that they were expecting a stronger cap down there, but they did get more sunlight, so that cap is kind of lifted more down there.
Yeah, and again, you can see down here in the summary, they highlight hurricane force gusts.
Yep, I did go ahead and read off the whole discussion for the Mezco discussions 326 and 327 while you were gone.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, and I'll show the stream what those two graphics look like at least. But yeah, here's 327. That does also include Kansas City.
And they do talk about numerous supercells.
Numerous supercells. Alright, going back to the radar here. We're gonna go ahead and check out all these storms on the radar here. I'm gonna turn back on lightning here. Yeah, and here's that severe thunderstorm warning near Pittsburgh. That is now in effect until 6:15 p.m. The tornado possible has been dropped, so yeah, that's good. We're gonna go back to the one near St. Louis.
The storms over by Fort Worth are currently blowing up with really explosive looking hail cores, especially over by Cisco and Eastland in Ranger, Texas.
Yeah, we're about to check that here in a minute. I just want to make sure that these people up here are not neglected.
Alright.
911 call center. Thunderstorm wind damage. Trees down on a racetrack road and AJ Jolly Park. Estimated time by radar. 3 miles southeast of Claryville in Kansas County, Kentucky.
In Kentucky?
Yep, Kentucky's been having a bit of multiple 911 calls about some wind damage.
Oh, geez, yeah. Alright, so yeah, there's that first storm near New Haven. New Haven's directly in that. And that'll be moving its way towards Marthasville. Moving east at 35 miles an hour, so a bit on the slower side. Ping pong sized tail and 60 mile an hour wind gusts in effect until 6 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. For this other storm here, it is in a radar hole, so we're not able to get that much accurate data off of it. But this is a severe thunderstorm warning heading towards Jefferson City, although they're not in it just yet, but it's heading for them. Moving east at 40 miles an hour, it will be in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Primary threats include golf ball sized hail and 60 mile an hour wind gusts. And,
apparently the forcing is somewhat so lacking behind that Phoenix was able to get a special weather statement. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, and yeah, again, right now Russellville is about to be hit by the hail core. Olin is currently inside of the hail core, and yeah. Alright, we're now gonna go over to the storms in Texas, which apparently there's a lot of activity happening over there. So we're gonna go over to the Fort Worth radar. Yeah, there's that destructive severe thunderstorm warning heading towards Grafford. Grafford's basically on the leaning edge of it. It's probably starting to rain right there. And again, that will be in effect until 6:15 p.m. as well. Baseball size down 70 mile an hour wind gusts. And now we're gonna go over to the one that Tristan highlighted near Ranger, which you can see right there. So I'll let Tristan take over since he's the one that pointed that out first. about those storms near Ranger? Go ahead.
The storms near Ranger where?
Ranger,
My bad.
Texas.
Ranger, Texas. The ones that were. That were the ones west of Dallas. If I'm That one's okay. The one near Mineral Wells is kind of showing a small sign of a hook echo by my radar. I am not sure if that is confirmed. The Mineral Wells. You also got some nice severe thunderstorms near Carbon, near Eastern and Ranger. Let's check out these warnings real quick. I want to read the text here. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. Central for north of Eastland, southeast of Stephens, and southwestern Pinto County. These storms are a severe thunderstorm was located over Eastland, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. At 5:26 p.m. Central, 2-inch hail was reported with the storm. 165-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 2-inch hail. Source radar indicated. This severe storm will be near Ranger about 5:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. Palo Pinto Mountain State Park around 5:50 Central Daylight Time. Others impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Scranton, Morton Valley, Oden, Strong, and Staff. They're forming into it. They're forming into a decent line over there.
The National Weather Service in Norman just issued a pure hail severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail in Logan and Kingfisher counties.
Another thunderstorm wind damage. 3-inch tree limbs broken.
That'd be in
Harper-
Coffeyville, Kansas, and Montgomery County.
I'm drinking some coffee. Nice name. Another considerable severe thunderstorm warning. 1.75-inch hail and has been confirmed with the storm.
And also, apparently, there's a severe thunderstorm warning near Kingfisher.
Yeah, that's the one we were just highlighting.
Oh yeah, then let me go to that one real quick.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Some more robust storms are starting to blow up all over Oklahoma now.
I think the cap has finally decided to give way. We'll give it a few more radar scans to see.
But yeah, I can see that. I mean, you can see storms starting to fire now. Kingfisher just got warned. We're at 11 severe thunderstorm warnings at this current time.
Also, our weather team, potentially, but Isabel, this is correct, has issued our own little mesoscale discussion for parts of the Dallas Metro, parts of Mineral Wells and Stephenville. Some 80-mile-per-hour winds and 3-inch hail is possible with the line of supercells heading toward there. I think we agree with that little mesoscale discussion, especially with the reports we've been getting.
Yeah, and again, as these storms start to fire, a lot of these storms are on the moderate, so that's where we could see the biggest hail, according to the Storm Prediction Center.
What really scares me about this is they waited for near the low level jet time. They didn't fire before. That actually increases the tornado threat if they don't upscale and they can break that cap good.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
yeah, and also you could see a lot of lightning strikes with some of these storms that are developing near Elmore
Surface
City.
base cape. Surface base cape in the main area of Oklahoma is about 2,500 joules per kilogram, and the cap seems to be eroding.
Does
Yes,
that
the cap
mean
is
that
eroding.
does that mean we could technically see a bigger tornado threat than realized the whole time? I'm worried.
Possibly. We need to wait for that low-level jet to add more low-level shear into the atmosphere before the tornado threat's really realized.
And add new storms potentially. Oh, hi, says severe thunderstorm warning west of St. Louis. You, let's see you, west of St. Louis here. We got a severe thunderstorm warning for ping pong sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds in effect for northeastern Franklin and southeastern Warren counties. And the storm's moving
And
east at 35 miles an hour. It was located near New Haven, and its radar indicated.
yeah, quick update by the way for the graph for destructive severe thunderstorm. They have dropped the destructive severe thunderstorm tag. However, it is still considerable.
St. Louis just corrected their 1.75-inch severe thunderstorm warning. They meant to put 2-inch hail severe thunderstorm warning.
West of the Joplin Metro, Columbus, Pittsburgh. Let's zoom into that because I know Joplin still has some storms here after what happened. Pittsburgh, Cherokee, West Mineral, Columbus, west and northwest of the Joplin Metro, west of Carl Junction, Hammond, and Grilla. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Source is radar indicated. That is the same storm that has been kind of having some tornadic potential. It looks like it's weakened a bit, and it looks like another supercell development to the southwest is trying to gain that new dominant inflow. We will watch that very carefully. Let's see. Oklahoma City is. Oh, and Texas. Okay, I see.
Norman is now going on a severe thunderstorm warning frenzy and has issued 2 new severe thunderstorm warnings for special weather statements that went up not too long ago. They are exploding.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
gonna go.
Texas is also about to have a very nasty squall line. Texas is blowing up a bit more than normal, also.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Areas of east of San Angelo, west of Brady, northwest of Junction. Oh,
No, that's a squall
I
line.
don't think it will be a derecho. It is a very severe QLCS at least. Let's not. I
Yeah,
will.
right now, we're gonna go to the Oklahoma City radar, which SBC highlighted that storms are exploding, and we can see that on the radar. The new severe thunderstorm that just went up for Kingfisher. This is another severe thunderstorm warning, not an extended one from the old one that was issued earlier. But this is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail moving northeast at 45 miles an hour, and is in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
St. Louis Metro is now under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Alright, and let's go to that. And
For 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and ping pong ball size hail.
yeah, moving east at 35 miles an hour and is in effect until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. If you look at velocity here, you can see a little pocket of more severe thunderstorm, more severe straight line winds heading towards Washington.
Wow, look
got-
at Jefferson City. That
I
hail.
got really bad news for Oklahoma.
Go ahead, Tristan.
Low level shear is stronger than forecasted on the holograph.
That is not good.
That would increase the tornado
And the
risk,
cap
and
is
we do not want
breaking.
that.
Yeah, that will increase the tornado risk, and with those supercells that were showing on the HRR, then that is not a good sign.
The SRH, well, it was supposed to be 145. It is near 200 at the 0 to 500 meter.
Yeah, and again, you can see we're currently checking St. Louis, and as you can see, there's also a pretty large hail core that is going through Marfasville, an area that we just called out earlier.
I have a weird feeling that damaging winds actually more widespread than my forecast. By the way,
Jefferson City's got a nice hailer.
Yeah, and also and then you can see on the velocity on the right of your screen, you can see that the colors are now heading into the dark blues, which is pretty concerning for straight line winds, considering this is taken just 1,000 feet off the ground, in which we are getting about 80 knots near
Well,
I will
Washington.
Ryder?
also like. Oh,
On
go
the
ahead.
Saint, yeah,
Go
on the
ahead.
Saint,
You
on the
first.
St. Louis radar. So, for now, we'll be focusing on this one just because of that signature that we are receiving right now. As this storm will get closer and closer to St. Louis Metro, it might curve a little bit to the northwest of St. Louis, but we're going to be pointing out Augusta, New Malel, and any area in between for potentially damaging wind gusts of about 80 knots or greater.
That actually looks like it might be a little bit of rotation with that storm too. You might want to keep an eye on that. But
I would like to
that is
say
a
real quick
nice.
that I know we don't have any tornado warnings, but as we say with 75 plus mile or severe thunderstorm warnings, those can do widespread tornado like damage. You should respect them like a tornado warning to stay away from windows and get in your
Yeah,
basement because you never know if a tree is going to hit your roof, will hit your bedroom, and especially with large hail, you never know if your roof will be really damaged. So if you're under a 75-mile-an-hour warning or plus, that should be taken like a tornado warning because that is also a danger to life threat.
yeah, right.
Emergency management just sent in a report to the National Weather Service in Olean, Missouri, and Miller County to golf ball size hail at 5:38 p.m.
So yeah, I'm assuming that's the one that we have to the west near Jefferson City. Would that be it?
Oh, mesoscale discussion has been issued for tornado watch number 65. I'm gonna go ahead and read this out if you want to.
Yeah. Let's get the graphic up real quick, and then we can read that out.
Alrighty, that should be on Twitter already. Normally they get on Twitter fast.
Yeah, they normally get it out instantly, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that pulled up on Twitter, and then you can read out the discussion if you have that.
Yeah, I have it up right now. Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, yeah. Right now we're just waiting for the graphic to show, but in the meantime, as we wait, we're gonna go back to the St. Louis storm, because of the signatures we have been picking up there near Washington that suggest possible strong, damaging wind gusts of about 80 knots that have been detected about 1,000 feet in the air. So yeah, it is best that you remain indoors until this storm passes. And it seems to have weakened a little bit, but again, this is still going to produce pretty damaging wind gusts, as it's now approaching just north of Augusta.
National Weather Service has seen the threat with that storm with the velocities and has now decided to upgrade to a 70 mile per hour severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, 70-mile-an-hour thunderstorm warning. That is a great call there. I'm still waiting for that graphic to come out. I'm gonna see they have it. They don't have it on Twitter yet, and they don't have it on here yet. Let me see.
Oh, that it's very interesting to know Amarillo has a severe thunderstorm. Somewhat their NWS area.
Okay. Okay. I think this is it. Is it Meso Discussion 328, or is that an old one?
The mesoscale discussion for parts of that region would be mesoscale discussion number 3.
Okay, I have it. Okay, SPC, you can read it now. I have it pulled up.
I have the text.
All right.
All right.
So,
We'll let SPC read it. Okay, go ahead.
the severe weather threat for tornado watch number 65 continues. I would like to tell everybody what watch that is. Tornado watch number 65 was the big watch that was issued today. Widespread hail up to 4 inches. So, I would just like to put that out. So the summary says that severe weather threat continues across tornado watch number 65. Very large, 2 to 3 inch diameter hail appears to be the main threat, though a few tornadoes remain possible with the more dominant supercells. The discussion. Deep layer ascent from the ejecting mid-level trough is overspreading the southern plains, likely contributing to the recent uptick in convection coverage and intensity over southwestern into central Oklahoma. Despite Persistent cloud cover and the presence of a border rain shield overspreading western into central Oklahoma, adequate deep layer shear and overall buoyancy will still support an appreciable severe threat into the evening. The 19Z Oklahoma National Weather Service in Norman observed sounding showed 9 Celsius per kilometer mid-level lapse rates atop of a capping inversion, which has been gradually eroding with time. Regional VADS, the 19Z observed sounding, and 22Z mesoanalysis all depict elongated hodographs with over 70 knots of effective bulk shear present. The very steep mid-level lapse rates and strong effective bulk shear all suggest that large hail, some stones falling within the 2 to 3 inch diameter range, will be possible with any more persistent mature supercells that can develop. Despite current meager low-level shear, an increase in low-level jet intensity may boost SRH later this evening, potentially accompanied by an increasing tornado threat, especially in eastern Oklahoma. I would like to highlight eastern Oklahoma would be the most likely spot where you're going to see tornadoes in the state of Oklahoma.
All right, thank you, SBC. We're gonna go back to the
Mhm.
radar, and as you can see, we are now looking at Texas again, where we had that destructive severe thunderstorm warning earlier. That same storm is still severe warned as it's now leaving Bradford and into Salesville. This will remain just north of the Fort Worth area. If it tracks that far, and now the considerable part of it has been dropped, and now it's a 65-mile-an-hour wind gust and half-dollar-sized hail hazard. And then you still got this line here that Tristan has been pointing out. And again, there is also a 2-inch hail report with that storm on the northern part of that storm as it keeps moving eastward. New severe thunderstorm warning that came up earlier for Stephansville and Gordon. If this does become long tracked, then this northern part could make its way towards southern Fort Worth. It's currently moving east at 40 miles an hour and will last until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We're going to go quickly back to St. Louis real quick, so if anyone wants to say anything, now they can. Alrighty, now we're going to go back to the St. Louis storm.
Alrighty, it looks like St. Louis has expired the severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin and Warren counties in Missouri.
Yeah.
Also, Washington, Missouri just reported a 70.2 mile per hour wind gust from a mesonet station in the storm headed towards St. Louis.
Yeah, and as you can see, this storm, the main severe part of the storm is now moving just northwest of Augusta, and will make its way eastward towards the radar site here, located just south of Weldon Springs. And this might stay just a tiny bit away from St. Louis, but again, right now it seems like it might be moving closer to St. Louis. But yeah, southern St. Louis, if you're in southern St. Louis, you don't have to worry too much about this storm. But if you're in northern or northwestern or western St. Louis, then this is someone to watch.
Give me
Oh,
a second. I need to make sure this information is true. Because this is true. This is kind of a
I would just
terrifying
like to
development.
note Oklahoma has multiple significant weather advisories popping up all over the place for large hail mainly. I would expect a lot of
And
those to go severe warn.
apparently a spin up tornado in the ground near Kingfisher?
Kingfisher?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah. Also, someone took a picture looking west of Darrow Prairie, Missouri. That supercell looks very surface based.
Yeah, are we
Okay.
allowed to show that on the stream?
No, I don't want to risk copyright, but I can tell you it's pretty surface based.
Alright, got it. But yeah,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently someone said tornado on the ground in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. I'm not sure if that's true because the velocities are weak, but again, with shear like this, you can have some very spin up tornadoes, especially with supercells like this. But I want to make sure that information is true.
Yeah, please verify that information. But yeah, we're currently looking at the storm in Kingfisher. No signs of rotation on that radar. But again, Apparently, Tristan's trying to verify a report that a brief spin-up tornado
Trusted
occurred.
source of WTS Adam also said there was actually a brief tornado reported with a supercell near Kingfisher, Oklahoma, apparently. So we might have actually had one by two
Yeah,
sources and one
and
reliable.
okay, yeah, and also a severe thunderstorm warning just popped up for Orlando, Oklahoma. This is for southwestern Noble County, northwestern Logan County, northwestern Payne County, and southeastern Garfield County until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The storm is moving northeast at 30 miles an hour and has 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail.
New severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible
Yeah,
for that Kingfisher storm.
yeah, that's the one I just highlighted. No, that's about to highlight. That was also tornado possible. That is also listed as considerable.
And might have had a brief tornado on the ground.
Yeah, and Kingfisher.
That cell actually doesn't look half. That cell doesn't look half bad near Kingfisher. Yeah. Yeah.
For Oklahoma City, we do have some storms to the west. Not severe just yet, but something to highlight there. There's some lightning activity with that. There's also some smaller storms that are starting to fire near around Bridgeport. There's two discrete storms there that have slowly been maturing. So yeah, the cap is eroding at this time.
A very elongated significant weather advisory has been issued. This does include the Oklahoma City metro and Oklahoma City, all the way from Edmond down to Oklahoma City, all the way down to Apache, Oklahoma. Very elongated weather advisory.
Yeah, GR2 does not show that. So if you could post the warning graphic in the chat, I could pull it up
All right.
for the viewers to see.
If there was one on the ground, which is a reliable source.
Yeah, we'll be verifying that. But yeah, again, yeah, possible tornado near Kingfisher. That tornado might have lifted because I don't see any rotation on the radar. But that's still
Yeah,
something to
but
point out.
definitely some large hail.
All right, I'm gonna show this warning graphic here, or advisory graphic, and there it is that SBC was pointing out, and that was that line that was mentioning that was west of Oklahoma City, and also you can see a few more of those with some of those other storms as well.
There's also a lot of lightning in that line of storms. I would expect it part of it to at least go severe warned shortly.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see again each plus here is a strike from the last 20 minutes, and you can see there's a lot of that.
It's being significant weather advised for nickel-size hail. So if it goes severe warned, I would expect it to be primarily for hail.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the Oklahoma City radar so we're a bit closer to that to get a better view. Yeah, there it is. And also you can see those severe storms to the north. And those storms to the west as well that we're also going to keep a small eye on.
I got confirmation.
So we did have a tornado in Kingfisher?
Now, one person took a picture, another storm chaser, and two radar reports. Yep, there's clearly a brief tornado down. Clearly.
Brief tornado down.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
With a storm chaser even tagging NWS Norman. So there was one down. First one of the day. We had.
Alrighty. We do have an update from Earth Central, so we're gonna go ahead and get him on the mic here. He's one of our chasers that's down on the ground there. So go ahead, Earth Central.
Okay, well, I'm not actually in the Pittsburgh, Kansas area, but I did get a text alert from my internet provider that there is an internet outage right now in Pittsburgh, Kansas because of the storm.
Alrighty.
2 miles
And
east of
also-
San Angelo, Texas. Wind damage report from thunderstorm shingles have been blown off roofs.
All right, copied that.
God,
And-
that complex.
And then
Yeah.
Angels also have something to say. So Angels, would you like to say what you want to say? Or you want me to read it out? Oh, Earth Central. All right.
Yeah, that's what that was. But
Alright.
also, is it possible that the Kingfisher tornado could have been a land spout, or?
No, it was a full rope brief tornado.
Okay.
Both on the left.
Okay. Also, for that line that is west of Oklahoma City, I'm tempted to head up towards Kearney, Oklahoma, so I could get in position to view the to view that stuff as it comes by. So, would that be a good target for me?
Yeah. You can contact Zari about that.
Give me a second. I'm sorry. I gotta look at St. Louis because those storms look very
Yeah, I'm being
very
told to look
good.
at Jefferson City, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Jefferson City here.
There's a nice hailer over there.
But yeah, oh yeah, you can see that. Look at that.
And I
It
mean,
got-
Hale was doing his job today.
yeah, the very
God.
large hail core, and looks like is that rotation, guys? Do you think that was rotation there earlier on the
Oh,
earlier
that does
scans?
have a hook echo. It does have a hook echo. There is a hook on that Jefferson City Holt Summit storm.
Yeah, shout out to TRG Tornado for us telling us to take a look at this. But yeah, that looks to be a hook echo there.
Yes, and it is rotating. It does have some pretty decent rotation just south of Whartonsville in the Jefferson City metro.
Yeah, 2-inch hail, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Does anyone have a closer radar to this storm, or is this the closest we're gonna get on the St. Louis radar?
Closest we're gonna get. It also has a scatter spike on it too.
Yeah, you can
Normally that only happens when you have a lot of debris from a violent tornado being lifted in the air or hail, and in this case, it's a lot of hail.
Yeah, and you can see circling where that spike is. And we're gonna check out CC here to see if we can get the hail there, which you can see that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're gonna go back to base velocity. But yeah, pretty dominant storm here with a hook echo south of Jefferson City, moving east towards Luce Creek and these other towns that I'm highlighting here.
I'm gonna say this right now. That Kingfisher Supercell, if that goes with a really good merger with a history of already doing a tornado by itself, I have a weird feeling we're gonna see something bad in the
Also,
mesoscale terms.
So in
When
the
two
Chandler
updrafts are
area-
able to do a very good convective merger, that could lead to long track tornadoes in an
Yeah, okay.
environment
I
like
also
this.
I also want to point this out real quick. A 70-mile-an-hour wind gust reported in Warren, Missouri. That's the St. Louis storm. And also, on top of that, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect northeast of Joplin. That is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and half-dollar sized hail in effect for 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
South of downtown
And I-
Jefferson City, the metro area.
Uh,
2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, radar indicated. Drop Jefferson City, metro, and south.
So
With a kind of a hook echo trying to really develop on my radar, too. Hey, hold up.
Yeah, and you can see
Not good.
for the
No.
people at home, you can see those white pixels there, which are just very, very heavy hail.
And we are having peaks of blue coming in Chandler, Oklahoma. So that might lead to a little bit more warming before another wave of storms come in.
Yeah, and for the viewers at home, or Central, can you tell us where you're currently at?
I'm currently in Chandler, Oklahoma, heading towards Kearney to get into to try to get into position for that line of storms that is west of Oklahoma City. That has that long, narrow special weather statement.
All right. Thank you for telling the viewers at home. And also, new severe thunderstorm warning. Back down in Texas. This is the same storm that we've been tracking for a while. That was destructive for quite a while, but at this point it's weakened quite a bit. But still poses a hazard for 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-sized hail. This will slowly make its way through the very northern part of Fort Worth. And again, it's moving east at 50 miles an hour. Will remain in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bump. Yeah.
I don't want to be. This is a very
Awkward
interesting thing I am seeing on the surface analysis. If the Storm Prediction Center is correct, 3,000 joules per kilogram in southern Oklahoma.
Yes.
Yeah.
3,500 in a local spot near Lawton.
Also, the storm in Jefferson City is currently over 50,000 feet tall, so it is a tall storm.
Yep.
Norman tornado possible. Damage for considerable 70 miles an hour with 150 hail. Garfield, Kingfisher, Logan, Noble, and Payne counties in Oklahoma until 7 p.m. Central. That's and that's 46 minutes.
We currently have 3,500 joules per kilogram near Lawton, Oklahoma.
So yeah, that is very concerning there.
Yeah, we're starting to get some more warming, and Cape is starting to get up higher. It wouldn't surprise me if we possibly even reach about 4,000 joules per kilogram.
For a quick warning update, we are currently up to 12 severe thunderstorm warnings at this current time. Most are spread across Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Breaking information.
Go ahead, Tristan.
I believe. Never mind. Old information. And the MBOT went up, and I was like, what happened? Apparently, my MBOT delayed the Indianapolis watch by an hour for some reason.
Low-level shear, low-level shear over Lawton and extending towards Oklahoma City is starting to pick up. It is currently about 20 knots and increasing. This is going to allow for that tornado threat to start to pick up that the Storm Prediction Center was talking about.
And the storms to finally start doing what they were supposed to do. Well, hopefully in terms of the atmosphere, not in terms of the people. Let's not.
As long as the tornadoes hit nothing, I could care less how many there are.
Significant hail parameter in the DFW region extending into the Red River Valley into Oklahoma, southeastern Oklahoma, is currently 32.
Oh.
That,
Ow.
and over Lawton it's 24.
Hi, Norman. How are you? Another 70 mile per hour considerable for Logan, Noble, and Payne County. Seen a lot of severe thunderstorms are possible. We have one tornado confirmed today.
Yeah, but,
What I
but
think
zero
might
tornado
be
warnings.
happening is was that
because it's quick in and out.
Was that supercell near Independence in a radar hole?
Oh, we have a thunderstorm
Kinda.
wind damage report over
Kinda.
by where that 70 mile an hour wind gust was reported in Franklin County, Missouri, in Washington. Emergency managers reported multiple trees and branches down on west end of Washington,
Hey guys.
and branches between 6 and 12 inches in diameter.
Guys, tornado warning. Tornado warning for Missouri. I was about to point it out. Tornado warning for Missouri. All right, guys.
Yep,
So
there it
let
is,
me-
Jefferson City.
Okay, guys. Okay,
Hold
so-
on, let's get the polygon. Who is in and who is out? All right, here we go.
Okay,
This
hold up.
is,
I got it. Hold up. So
I have a zoom in on it.
Yeah. So tornado warning in effect for this will be in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and this includes West Philadelphia, Luce Creek, Rich Fountain, Lynn, Taos, and that's pretty much it. This for the county information. This is in effect for East Central Cole County and Central Osage County, and currently this is moving east at 30 miles an hour. You can see that
It does have a
rotation
hook
there.
echo.
You can see that very dominant rotation there, for this height.
This is going to be one of those moments where we might have to watch all the other storms, pay attention mostly to this one. Again, this is the polygon. Westphalia,
Alright,
the interstates of 50. You have the other interstate of 50. Is there another interstate? No, okay. The
Okay,
interstate
so-
50 is under the polygon. So if you're in a car, if you
Yeah,
are
if
under a
you're-
tornado warning,
okay.
you need to get to a storm
St.
shelter.
Louis Metro. St. Louis Metro. We have a hook echo developing.
Okay, guys, one at a time. Okay, one at a time. We're gonna quickly get this out of the way real quick. If you are in Westphalia, Luce Creek, and anywhere in this warning, you need to seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows. Get into a basement if you can, and if you're driving, pull into a sturdy shelter. And we're going to quickly now go over to the apparent hook echo that's developing according to SPC. Go ahead, SPC.
Tornado warning?
Yeah, tornado warning in effect.
Yep.
And also avoid any and all overpasses.
Yeah, do not
Yes.
hide under an overpass.
If you're on
That is
Interstate
suicide
50,
mission.
stop and go into a convenience store. Make sure you're in a very safe area within that convenience store. Wait for the storm to pass. Most deaths
Yeah, we
occur
live
in head trauma in vehicles and mobile homes.
Yeah,
You
this will
should
be
not be
crossing.
in a mobile home or car in this tornado warning at this time.
Yeah, this will be crossing
And also
Highway
make
63.
Sure the convenience store does not have a gas station.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, this will be crossing Highway 63 at any moment. This will be over Westphalia at any moment. This might cross a bit to the north, but regardless, seek shelter immediately. If you are in Westphalia, Lynn, Luce Creek, Rich Fountain, and anywhere else in the warning.
What am I doing?
And luckily for y'all, I got my phone next to me. I am about to check the velocity on radar scope.
Yeah, I'm
That's a
currently
very
I'm
good
currently
view.
checking the velocity on GR2. We're gonna check the upper levels here, and you can see there is pretty powerful upper level rotations with that. Again, this is the main downside about this, folks, is that this is in a radar hole, so we aren't able to get the most accurate of data. But the data that we are getting suggests that a tornado could be developing.
And if it's in a radar hole and it already looks that good, it might be stronger near the surface.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna go and quickly check CC here. There is no current tornado debris, but regardless, still seek shelter immediately.
Okay.
I would like to mention there is a storm trying to get its act together just south of the St. Louis radar site, KLSX, that does look to have somewhat of a hook echo trying to develop. It is
We
really
got wind
close to the
damage.
radar, so it's kind of hard to really tell.
11 miles north of Mineral Wells in Pinto County in Texas. Thunderstorm wind damage. Wind damage reported to steel framed metal building. Okay, that's.
So yeah,
Wind
that
damage
is-
has been kind of.
A little nutty.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Facing north.
This is supposed to be happening in Oklahoma a little bit later if the storms do what they're supposed to do. Oh, that wind damage from a normal line? I'm worried about if that complex actually forms.
As
Yeah.
this tornado moves, this tornado warning storm moves eastward, we will be able to get better look at it as it moves closer to the radar.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are. We are
Yes.
live.
Okay.
There is one good news so far about this event. So far, no flash flood warnings. I'm shocked.
We have one actually.
Where? Oh, come on, where?
It's not for us though, it's for Canada, so
Oh, well, okay.
sorry.
It's fine.
Canada.
All right, so I'm gonna repeat if there's new people joining here. Right now, the tornado seems to be crossing. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Highway 63. It just crossed Highway 63 in Westphalia. Right now, the lower level rotation seems to be weakening a bit. We're gonna wait to see if there's still upper level rotation of this storm. But currently, this just crossed Highway 63. If you're in the warning, then you need to take your tornado precautions immediately. This will be moving east at 30 miles an hour and will last until 7 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time.
So I noticed a few things where I'm at right now.
It's interesting to know also that some of the
looks
severe
like breaking
thunderstorm
out.
warnings did die in Oklahoma.
The fire department in Wardensville in Cole County, Missouri, has reported hail to the size of golf balls. And St. Louis, near St. Louis, they also just got golf ball size hail in St. Louis County, Missouri.
I can probably get a camera on St. Louis, a street cam if I hold on real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead and find a street cam and we'll pull that up on the stream here.
I actually have my
I'll just
cam
send a
on
link.
right now because I have questions about what I'm seeing right now. Because the waves are heading up on this little lake is heading to east, and the clouds appear to be probably heading into a slightly different direction. So that's something I've noticed.
Alright, copy that.
So look at that wind shear for sure. So
I'm just gonna send the whole link for the camera. So
Yeah, we'll pull up a camera there. If you don't know what's happening, there is also another severe thunderstorm warning that is moving into western St. Louis.
all right, so I'm just gonna post it in a weather coverage for the server. St. Louis area video cameras.
Alright,
the heat index plummeted.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get that up here in just a minute.
Okay, Kearney might be too far out. I don't know. That one system near Stillwater is just a whole mess.
Alrighty, so I found a pretty interesting camera I'm going to show here. Let me just get it pulled up here. I'm going to switch. As you can see, this is, let me make sure where this is. This is on I-270 South. And you can see that storm to the right. If you wanna check the stream, guys, you can see the storm to your right. That is the severe thunderstorm warn storm. So yeah, we're gonna have this camera pulled up here. I just want to get the people's opinions on this.
Tornado warning has been updated and is no longer 2-inch hail, it is 1-inch hail.
Alright, copied that. Again, you can see that storm to the, over there. That's going to be moving its way near St. Louis.
Is it a bigger lake here? Okay.
Camera seems to be freezing up a little bit. I'm going to go back to the radar real quick here because the camera seems to be freezing up a bit. But yeah, that was on I-270 southbound. And Maryland Heights, Missouri. So Maryland Heights will be right here. We were looking at the storm over here that is moving its way towards Chester Field right now. This is right over the radar, so data might be a little inaccurate here. But again, we're now tracking this into Chester Field, Champ, Maryland Heights, Clarkson Valley, and parts of western St. Louis. New severe thunderstorm warning does include St. Louis. That includes golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We'll be seeing. I'm gonna see if I can get the feed here pulled up for I-270 South.
St. Louis is now in the severe thunderstorm warning.
A rotating wall cloud was reported just a couple minutes ago north of Joplin, Missouri, in Jasper.
Oh, that's
Joplin,
Yeah,
Missouri.
you can see now that is I-270 South on the left-hand side of your stream. The camera, again, is freezing up at times, so if it does freeze, give it a minute, it should come back up.
The tornado threat with that tornado warning at this time seems to be diminishing.
That's good.
a good sign. It's always good. Oh, here we go. And for those who are wondering, I'm 12 minutes out from Kearney, Oklahoma.
Alrighty. Alright, guys, I'm gonna step away from the stream for a little bit. I'm gonna go find something to eat, and I'll be back.
All right.
All right.
This
We
is
got
why
you covered.
And by the way, again, for the record, that camera is located in I-270 southbound, where that severe thunderstorm warned storm is moving into St. Louis. And again, the camera is very laggy, so if it does freeze, give it a minute, it'll come back up. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and focus on Oklahoma City and the areas around as we track that. And we're gonna wait for this radar to load.
And it looks like Kearney seems to be a good spot for me. So I'm gonna continue on.
All right, copied
That
that.
rotation's trying to pick back up again. On the tornado warn. It's trying to pick back up.
Yeah, we're actually gonna. We're gonna check that out after we go back to Texas here, since I don't want to neglect our people down here. Let me just wait for the radar to load. And as someone pointed out earlier, there was damage to a steel frame metal building in Mineral Wells. That was that storm that we've been tracking for a while at this point. There is also some more storms here that seems to be in a broken up line now, as it's moving east. The middle section of this line is not warned. However, the northern part and the southern part of the line is warned. The southern part of the line near Brownwood has a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust report. Currently, it does not look like it will affect much of Fort Worth for quite a bit. So we're good on that front. Okay, now let's go back to that tornado warned storm near Jefferson City.
Yeah, the rotation just dropped again. It's not. It's picking back up and it's dropping, so it's going in and out.
Yeah, it's going in and out here. Upper levels does not show too much powerful rotation, but this possible rotation is going to be moving into Lynn at this current time, and
Yeah.
and that will be soon crossing. Let me check. Highway 50.
I am watching near Stillwater, Oklahoma. There is a convective merger going on with the mesoscale updrafts. I am very concerned that supercell will be a very dominant supercell in the next 45 minutes.
Copied that.
Should I continue to head north?
Your best chance of a sick tornado would be near Stillwater if you want to go over there.
Yeah. Okay.
If this mesoscale merger actually
really quick.
severe thunderstorm warnings are just popping off suddenly.
Okay, really quickly, we're gonna go to St. Louis one final time. Basically, if you look at velocity here, you can see some pretty powerful winds that are moving into Chesterfield. There is a 1.75 inch hail report for heavy golf ball sized hail falling in Chesterfield for at least 5 minutes. Numerous reports of that occurring. So large hail is falling in western St. Louis. It is highly recommended that you put your car in a roofed structure such as a carport.
Radar's showing 50-mile-per-hour winds so far.
Yeah, and damaging winds as well. And it's highly recommended that you just stay inside unless there's an emergency, and just wait this one out. There is lightning activity as well with this. Each plus representing a strike in the last 20 minutes. And again, for our camera here, it is located here, and it is looking southwest towards the storm.
And we do got some news from Norman, Oklahoma, National Weather Service discussion. This is a discussion, a area forecast discussion that the National Weather Service uses for doing advisories on what's going on in the atmosphere. Forgive me, I did just take my asthma inhaler, so take a tiny. So area forecast discussion. This is for 6:29 p.m. Central. This is about 4 minutes ago. They said that Quebec, the cap is still slowly breaking. That's why we have been having.
Tornado warning for St. Louis. We got a tornado warning for St. Louis.
Tornado warning
We got a
in St.
tornado.
Louis.
Hey, we got a tornado warning.
Okay,
in
okay,
Oklahoma.
calm down, guys, calm down. All right, okay, so we're gonna be covering this here, really quickly. In fact, we got another tornado warning in Oklahoma. Okay, so let's do this one at a time. First of all, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. We have a tornado warning in effect for pretty much all of western St. Louis. This is for. This is for a tornado and golf ball sized hail. It will last till 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It is moving east at 30 miles an hour. And if you look in here, you can see that hook echo that probably caused that warning to go out. And this will be moving again eastward at 30 miles an hour towards St. Louis. So if you're in St. Louis, seek shelter immediately. You're probably getting a warning out on your phone right now. And if you're on the interstates or highways, it is highly recommended that you pull away and head into a sturdy building if you're in a shelter. And a shelter will be in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows. You can go to a basement if you have one. It's highly recommended that you do. But if you don't, then do the first thing that I just said. Avoid windows. And we're going to go ahead and go over to the Oklahoma City one. Not Oklahoma City, the other storm here.
The one in Oklahoma. This is the Stillwater supercell.
Yes,
this
Stillwater
is the one I called
supercell.
out 10. This is the one I called out 10 minutes ago with a mesoscale merger, which was located between Stillwater and Caron City. There's another supercell behind it that is now merging with the storm. This is and on my radar, which is not the best radar in the world, there is a hook echo on it, which telling me this merger is doing its job and helping the updraft be able to produce. This one must be watched very carefully.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the details of the warning. This is in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. It is quite a small warning, but that will likely change. The only two locations that are in this in Morrison and, let's see here, Glencoe. So if you're in those areas, you need to seek shelter immediately. I'm gonna go ahead and get you highway information for that.
Real
Central,
quick,
you're gonna say
I
something?
apologize. This
ahead.
will include the Stillwater Regional Airport. I wanted to mention that, by the way. The hook echo was right next to there, northwest of it.
I hate to butt in, but to me it looks like there was a CC drop on that St. Louis supercell.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
I just wondering that.
Okay, let me go back to that one real quick and confirm for that highway information and
someone
Oklahoma.
confirmed it too.
Okay, calm down for a second. Highway information for the one in Oklahoma that includes Highway 412. We're now going to go over here. You can see that rotation there. We're going to go to CC, if you're a debris tracker, and yes, that is a tornado debris signature, guys. So we do have a tornado likely in progress at this time. So you need to be in your safe spots immediately. We're going to go ahead and get more highway information here. That radar cam, that traffic cam is pointing directly at this tornado warning. We're going to be checking out the area here, and this does include Highway 141 parts of Interstate 64 and 270. With this current trajectory, it will be crossing near Interstate 270, and will be crossing Highway 141 at any moment. You need to be in your safe spots immediately.
I genuinely was not expecting that day 2 moderate upgrade already.
Yeah.
We're not focused on that right now. We are very
Yeah, we are
focused on
currently live
two
on
tornado
the
warning.
we have a lot going on right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
One-
By the way, one at a time, guys. Remember, one at a time. I'll call on your name, and if you need to say something, say it in the server. That's the mode we're going with right now. Tell me in
Sounds
the
good.
server if you need to say something immediately. Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. And yeah, again,
Can't
there was
relate
that possible tornado debris signature that Tristan pointed out. There was that traffic cam on the bottom left of your screen that is pointing directly at the tornado warning.
I didn't even know there was a camera for that.
Yeah.
Let me just go to that website I just posted.
Not flashing.
To me, it appears that Supercell in St. Louis is being enhanced by an outflow bound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just made it past Kearney, heading towards Stillwater.
All right. To me, it looks like the rotation's really broadening out this scan. I don't think that'll be on the ground for much longer.
And I
Yeah.
think there's a chaser in front of me. I'm not sure who.
I'm back. Did that St. Louis storm get warned yet?
It produced.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it might have
Oh.
produced.
Yeah, it
It
produced
might
a
tail
tornado
getting
warning, but it's
very
lifting at this
sure.
point.
Very concerned.
And then we have
Yeah, there was
another
a CC drop
tornado.
with it too.
We have another tornado warning from a mesoscale enhancement merger going on near the Stillwater Airport in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and again, for the people in St. Louis, it's recommended that you seek shelter and wait for the storm to pass, as this is a pretty dangerous storm moving into St. Louis.
I'm severely disliking this Supercell in the Central Missouri radar hole.
Yeah, we were tracking that for a while.
They always gotta be in the holes.
Yeah, it originated as a hailer over by Jefferson City, and then it got
Found-
tornado warned.
Yeah, then it found the windshield.
And now I'm passing by a Christmas tree farm north of Kearney.
Are we live right now?
Yes, we are
Yes.
live. Again, we're speaking one at a time. I'll call on your name. If you need to say something, tell me in the server. Ping me in the server.
Observed tornado on the ground from St. Louis. Observed tornado. This is an observed tornado from the National Weather
Alrighty.
Service.
All right, copied
Oh,
that.
shit.
Again, guys, one at a time. We're trying to take this easy, making sure that people can understand what we're saying instead of chaotic. Right now, we're waiting for that to show up on my end, but that is a.
God, yeah.
We're gonna wait for that Torar to show up here, aka tornado observed.
Yes,
Can I
got it.
read out the tornado warning?
Yeah, you can read that out, and I'll get the
Alright.
camera set up here because it's broken.
All right. So at 6:39 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Creve Cure. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad at pronouncing these names. Moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard: damaging tornado. Repeat: a damaging tornado and golf ball sized hail. Radar confirmed tornado impact. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Roof damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This tornado will be near University City, Maryland Heights, Creve Court, Overland, Clayton, St. Anne, Bridgeton, Town and Country, Richmond Heights, and Ladue. Around 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Berkeley, Brentwood, Normandy, Woodson, Therese, and Belridge. Sorry, again, I'm really bad at pronouncing these names.
It's
So,
alright, you're good.
St. Louis International Airport, Pagedale, Wellston, Hanley Hills, and Belnor around 6:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations in the path of this tornadic thunderstorm include St. Louis, Ferguson, Jennings, Northwood, Hillsdale, Cool Valley, Kinloch, Pine Lawn, Velda City, Country Club Hills. That's a long name. Bellefontaine, Neighbors, Delwood, Fordell Hills, Riverview, Moline Acres, Castle Point, and Castle Point and Glasstown villages also include Scott Joplin Historic Site. So yeah, if you're in this tornado warning, this is observed. Please take shelter immediately. This is no joke. Although it
Yeah.
is April Fool's Day, this is not no April Fool's joke.
Yeah,
Please
like I
take
said in the
shelter
beginning of the stream,
now.
this is not an April Fool's joke.
I
I
will
mean-
like to mention, did we have a tornado warning near Jefferson City already, or did I get issued?
Yeah, I think these are our first few tornado warnings of the day. So
Yeah.
Yes, they are. To
Okay,
me,
Yeah,
to me,
two so far.
to
all
me
right.
that
So I'm looking at the
supercell that was
street.
Yeah, I would have mentioned that one that was just near Stillwater keeps having tornado possible and going for that merger. I don't like the sound of
All
what is
right.
happening with that
I
cell.
just want to point this out real quick. The camera I'm about to pull up here is the Saint Lambert Airport. Actually, correct me, just Lambert Airport web camera. And I did see thunder on that camera, so this is, I think, near where this tornado warning is.
A National Weather Service employee has reported thunderstorm wind damage in Westphalia, Missouri. There are several trees down in Westphalia.
I copied
Here's the
that.
biggest question: is that coordinated with the tornadic circulation potential on Doppler?
Possibly.
Okay, good to know.
So
Yeah, the airport.
So to me, that cell that was tornado warned in Oklahoma near Morriston, Glencoe, and Stillwater, or rather northeast of Stillwater, that one looks like it's broadening out. To me, it doesn't look like the rotation is as favorable for tornadoes anymore. I expect them to drop that tornado warning soon. However,
Alright, I'm gonna...
like what was mentioned earlier, that supercell to the southeast of Stillwater that's possible severe, that
Yeah,
one is
I'm
looking more
gonna-
favorable.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this airport radar full now. Hold up, let me go ahead and get it pulled up here. Yeah, we're gonna take it full now because I think this is the closest we're gonna get to the storm.
Hey guys, we have a new hail report in Texas, in Jones County, Texas. In Howley, it says a public report of baseball-sized hail with vehicles damaged and homes' windows have been broken.
Oh God. Baseball-sized hail, ladies and gentlemen. That's just, I mean, obviously that's the size of the baseball, but also the camera for the giant Amco sign near Forest Park is now down. I think it's
Yeah.
not working anymore.
Yeah, the cameras are having a lot of issues, so I can't take that
Nope, it's
airport
up, it's
radar
up,
full
never
right
mind.
now.
So I do have something of utmost urgency.
Okay, go ahead.
Check weather coverage right now. I have an image of the tornado in St. Louis.
Okay.
Oh,
hold-
what?
It was a wedge.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my
Aces,
God.
are we allowed to share this on stream?
To me, this appears like it was civilian footage. I do not know who it was.
Okay, yeah, we'll show it here. This is a photo of that tornado that went over St. Louis. You can see that, yeah, that's clearly defined on the ground.
Mm.
Clear as
That's-
day.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Well, that's our first tornado of the day touchdown. So
Yeah,
And
that-
new
That
mesoscale.
didn't actually, there was a spin up.
yeah, there was a small spin up in Kingfisher, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out. I'm trying to see if there's any other cameras that might be live right now.
Oh, we have an urgent message.
go ahead.
Mesoscale discussion number 329 has been issued concerning tornado watch number 68 for Illinois and Missouri. If you want to get that graphic going up, I'll read that out here in a sec.
Yes, all right. Yeah, I'll get the graphic up.
I am hearing that cell in St. Louis is confirmed to be not on the ground anymore, but there is still a large wall cloud.
Copied that.
Yeah, I'm seeing that wall cloud right now on the camera, the St. Louis camera, street cam. That wall cloud is definitely defined, though. That's a defined wall cloud right there.
This mesoscale discussion includes National Weather Service Springfield area, around the St. Louis area, Paducah's area, and National Weather Service Lincoln's area.
By the way, I am getting second opinions on that. It is possible that that was a very low wall cloud because there is a massive highway wall blocking it.
Agreed. I just noticed that detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but again, that still a tornado did occur. And yeah, there's still a tornado observed. Even if it's not on the ground anymore, it can always reproduce. And there's still that severe thunderstorm warning for St. Louis.
Yeah, they downgraded, so we had our indicated, not observed, but
Yeah.
it's still on, it's still tornado warning. So just because it's not observed anymore, just because they downgraded the warning, does not mean you can get out your basement. I'll at least wait 30, 15 to 30 minutes after the storm has passed, just in case any other events happen.
Yeah.
Also, St. Louis could be seeing another supercell coming towards them. It's about, well, it's not like, not going to be until like at least 8 that the St. Louis will really see this if it dies out by then. But there's also another supercell that is next to next to Jefferson City, that is just east of Jefferson City, that also had that tornado. Wait, did it have that tornado warning on it? Yeah, it did.
It did.
There's no tornado warning for that now, but
Alright, still trying to get that MCD loaded up for yeah.
It's currently on the SBC's Twitter now.
And
Alright.
regarding the tornado risk in Oklahoma, right now our best radar now is KTLX, the radar in Norman, Oklahoma. And right now, I'm expecting tornado likelihood to slowly ramp up over time as this broken line of discrete supercells moves eastward into eastern Oklahoma.
All right, SPC, the graphics loaded up. You can go ahead and read it.
All right. First, I'd like to announce the National Weather Service in Lincoln, Illinois, has issued a flash flood warning for Christian County, Illinois, until 10 p.m. Alrighty, so this is for the concerning tornado watch number 68. The severe weather threat for tornado watch number 68 continues. Training supercells will continue along a warm front from eastern Missouri to far western Indiana this evening. Discussion. A mature supercell is moving through the northern St. Louis suburbs with another supercell east of Jefferson City. Thus far, the maximum hail size with these storms have been golf ball sized. But even larger hail is possible, especially as the low-level jet strengthens this evening. A vorticity-rich environment along this warm front will support a tornado threat through the evening, with the WOFs suggesting a narrow corridor of an STP of 2 along the front. WOF's 0 to 2 UHI probability suggests the lead supercell will continue to support a tornado threat for the next several hours, with peak probabilities in south central Illinois.
Alrighty, and really quickly.
I would like to mention we are starting to get our flash flooding to verify. Our first flash flood warning of the whole 2-day event has begun. It is in Taylorville, southeast of the Springfield, Illinois Metro. This includes Stillington, Palmer, Assumption, and Morrisville. A flash flood warning has been issued for the first one of the 2-day flash flood watch for parts of the Ohio Valley into the western plain.
Yeah, and I'm being told to check the Dallas area real quick, so we're going to go ahead and go back there and review what's going on over there. Again, that storm that we've been tracking for a while, and that all the way back, and I think that was Bradford. That is still severe thunderstorm warned. There is multiple hail reports of over an inch, but it's currently warned for 2-inch hail and 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This will remain north of the Fort Worth area. We also have this still kind of broken up line here, and from earlier, still is the same. The northern and southern part of the storm is the only part that's warned. There's also this new severe thunderstorm warning that's been here for quite a bit, but I'm going to point it out anyway. That is a continuation of the current one from the northern part one that is warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and half-dollar-sized hail that will remain in effect until 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving east at 45 miles an hour. This will, if it keeps going in that trajectory, that will remain just a tiny bit south of the Fort Worth area. Alrighty.
I'm gonna continue north.
And
Keep going, just jump.
surface-based cape near the Lawton, Oklahoma area still is around 3,500 joules per kilogram.
We got new data from the Weather Prediction Center.
Go ahead and read it out, please.
This is surface analysis data, which is what Storm and I have been using the last 5 days to try to pinpoint the best severe weather risk right now. Apparently, the spin, and if we look at the satellite, there is a spin located on the New Mexico and near Amarillo. That is our low pressure to break the dry line. Dry line is still in place. The cap is still in place. Our ascent is starting. So we're about to get a blow up.
I would like to note that over by that Kingfisher storm that we've been watching for a while in Oklahoma, the 3 Cape is 250.
Pretty good.
And I am currently, in a severe thunderstorm warning. It's actually the one that includes Stillwater. So.
Would you mind if you share that if you can?
Yeah, I can share that. Yeah, you can give us an update from where you're at, from the chase that we have out there in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it just as soon as I can get to a spot where I can share live feed, I will. Just right now, it's down a good spot to pull over.
All right, yeah. Let me know when I can pull up your stream for the viewers at home. We also do have another severe thunderstorm warning that is a continuation of the tornado warned one from earlier, and south of New Jefferson. This does include New Haven again. So New Haven and those areas, you're back under the gun for another severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. This will pretty much follow an identical path to that old severe thunderstorm warning that is currently moving eastward through northern St. Louis at this current time.
I have no idea what storm impacted the Brownwood, Texas area, but apparently a wind report just came in from the public that there's a down traffic sign and a dumpster was moved
Yeah,
into
that is
the
that
road.
broken up line that I pointed out earlier. Yeah, that is also where there was a 70-mile-an-hour wind report. So if you're around there and in that severe thunderstorm warning, it's best to stay inside. Oh, okay, and new severe thunderstorm warning now across into Illinois. This includes Edwardsville, Glen Carbon, Mitchell, Collinsville, Troy, and Highlands. This is in effect until 8 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving east at 40 miles an hour, and the hazards include ping-pong-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And this includes basically all of Madison County in southwestern Illinois.
Got some rotation over Stillwater. Looks pretty defined.
Yeah.
It's not tornado warned. It is severe thunderstorm warned, although it has
Yeah,
tornado
we'll take a
possible
look
on
at
it.
that real quick.
This is ooh. Also, the tornado warning has been canceled for northeastern Stillwater.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
good.
Is it the one that's basically due east of Stillwater?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Yeah, you can see that rotation right there. Is currently unwarned right now, but it's still something to watch. That tornado warning did get dropped, so now we're down to one tornado warning in St. Louis.
These clouds are acting weird. I'm gonna pull over once I get past this driveway.
Alrighty,
Alright.
we'll pull up your stream.
Well, it'd be more or less a VC cam, I guess, if that's possible.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll still share it.
I think I have it enabled. It just had to get on here. There we go. So.
Alrighty, let me get it pulled up for the viewers real quick.
Yeah, it's heavy on the getting heavy on the rain right now.
Alright, so everyone else be quiet. Earth Central, you're live. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, definitely the rain's kicking up. These clouds, I don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of clouds under the base of the storm, but I doubt it's a funnel or anything like that. I guess it's mostly scuds, if anything. I got rough this window. I'm getting sprayed. But no hail at this time where I'm at, and I am heading north to Stillwater. I kind of lost pavement a mile back, but I'm doing my best.
Wait, hold up. Hold up real quick. I accidentally was showing the wrong thing. Hold up. Okay, now there you go. All right. Yeah, his feed's now pulled up. All right. Sorry about that, viewers.
Okay, so basically, heading towards Stillwater, I kind of lost pavement about a mile back. I'm good. I just pulled over to show what was going on. We do have a couple of cows, but nonetheless, yeah, rain's definitely picking up. The clouds are doing a little funky stuff, but I don't see any rotation, at least where I'm at. So it's probably just scuds or something else. I'm still learning on what I'm doing. So, but yeah, right now, rain, no hail where I'm at. So everything's good as.
And for the viewers at home, where are you at right now?
I'm just south of Stillwater, about 20 miles to the south.
Alrighty, thank you. Do you have anything else to say?
Actually, I'm actually 8 miles south of Stillwater.
8 miles south of Stillwater.
But yeah, so I'm trying to approach Stillwater. Is there any more cells heading to Stillwater, or would it be better for me to head east as soon as I get to where there's pavement?
Yeah.
Oh, lightning!
Oh man, I switched away at the last second back to the radar. We missed that.
Oh, I missed it too.
I didn't. I saw that amazing lightning shirt.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Awesome.
Damn.
God damn it, I missed it.
But yeah, if I switch to another browser, I could possibly have it so it's constantly up, but I don't think you're gonna have your camera on for that long. So.
We don't have a setup where that could happen at this time.
Yeah, but maybe at a later point.
Right, I can just go back to the history of the live stream. So what's the channel name for the live stream?
It should be like linked in the announcements. I didn't get it, I don't think, on the stream because I switched back to radar.
Oh.
Sadly, I'm not on YouTube at the moment because I don't have a full setup where I could do that because I'm in a rental. Can't really glue anything that I need to glue. So.
Yeah, maybe at a later point. After all, you're just starting out.
A good time.
All right.
And I pull up, be like, "You good?" Nah, I'm fine. I'm just whatever. But yeah, now I got to pull up the radar again and then continue on my trek to Stillwater.
Alrighty, thank you for the report. Alrighty.
I really hope this risk doesn't fail, and it's not because I don't want it. Day 2 might be worse if this fails.
I'm getting lined up on this DFW cell that Cameron Nixon tweeted about. I'm just waiting for it to hit me, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Chair
got a
report just came in with that storm north of Fort Worth, just to point that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that storm completely.
All right.
Oh, there's
Another one.
kind of a beautiful there is kind of a beautiful line over here. Only 60.
I'm parked
Not
in a
that
parking
bad.
lot, just waiting on it.
It's located north of Springfield, Missouri. That's not a bad little line going on. Bad at all.
But I might be able to chase this cell all the way home. Maybe.
I'm actually worried about this failing because now you have no convective anything to make day 2 really fail. Your convective concerns just go away. I wonder how good the atmosphere is going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the Dallas-Fort Worth area real quick, as our attention starts to slightly turn towards that area. But yeah, it's severe thunderstorm warning, just north of Fort Worth and Dallas. This will be moving towards the very outskirts of those two places. This is in effect. This is in effect for southeastern Wise, Denton, and northern Tarrant counties. Moving east at 30 miles an hour, 2-inch hail, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts at this current time. And really quick, that tornado near, not tornado, severe thunderstorm warning near Richmond Springs got dropped. So there's no severe thunderstorm warning with that anymore. And we also got a very wide severe thunderstorm warning north of Springfield that we're going to quickly take a look at. And once this radar loads up.
Wait, what is that south to southwest doing?
As you can see, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for that. We're going to check a look at this first one here. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized tail. And for the second one, that's supposed to be a continuation. It is actually tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized tail until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. They did highlight that remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go to a basement or a small central room in a sturdy structure. So yeah, they did have to highlight that out for this for the severe thunderstorm warning here, and we will definitely be keeping an eye on that as that moves eastward towards a lot of areas north of Springfield.
You guys might hear a little bit more thunder on my end, just a heads up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, thank you, Full Earth, for letting me know that I'm in a severe thunderstorm warning. Not like I didn't already know that.
And then we're also tracking this this area of interest for rotation near Glen Coe at this current time. This does have a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning, so they're likely considering issuing a warning for this storm right here. And again, this will be moving just a bit south of Glen Coe.
A bit south of Glen
Glen
Coe. That's actually. I won't get there for the next 23 minutes, so I'm pretty sure I'll miss it. But I am heading towards Glencoe.
Yeah, and for some highway information real quick for that possible rotation that is not warned just yet, let me get that pulled up for people here. And this will be approaching on Highway 412, and it will eventually cross Highway 412. And actually looking at the path a little bit more, it looks like it will remain just a bit to the east of Glen Coe, but it's still recommended that you seek shelter and treat this as a tornado. Yeah, this will cross Highway 412 at some point, and then we'll keep moving. Seems to be more northeast, just south of Pine.
You know what I hate about northern Oklahoma?
What?
Radar holes. I hate the radar holes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I hate about northern Oklahoma? Roads galore!
Oh yeah, road network is a little iffy.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I was on pavement.
Yeah, we're gonna quickly point these out to people in central Illinois. There is 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that are slowly popping up here, including a flash flood warning that Tristan pointed out earlier. This is one of these is near Taylorville. This is warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So a very slow storm.
So update on the internet outage in Pittsburgh, Kansas, because that one cell that went through, the internet is back on. I just got the alert from Cox that it is back online.
All right, copy that. So back to what we were saying. This is moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is in effect until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And we're going to go over to this other storm southeast of Decatur. That is in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. That is moving northeast at 30 miles an hour for ping-pong-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Alrighty, so far we've had 24 wind reports, 1 significant, and 42 hail reports, 7 significant, which adds up to a total of 66 reports today. The largest hailstone that's fallen today that was confirmed was baseball size, or 2.75 inches, and the only significant wind report today was 3 miles east-northeast of Albany, Texas, at 88 miles per hour.
And it appears to be that the rotation on the lower levels, at least, seems to be dying out a bit as it's approaching the highway. Still something to watch.
Has there been any back-to-back high risks before? I don't think there has.
Not that I know of. Oh, April 27th and April 26th, 2011.
Oh,
Yeah,
April 27th, April 28th, 2014.
yeah, there's that, but right now is not the time to talk about stuff like that on the stream.
Oh.
Unless there's no warnings, of course, but still. But yeah, we do have numerous hail reports coming in, flooding in, out of the storm in north of Fort Worth. The highest hail size that we've had so far seems to be 2.5-inch hail, but the most recent reports suggest, on average, around 1.5-inch hail. There's a 1.75-inch hail report, a 1-inch hail report, and a 2-inch hail report around the Rome area. Okay, we're now going to quickly take a look at the severe thunderstorm that is slowly making its way to St. Louis. This is another storm that will be making its way to St. Louis eventually. It is still severe thunderstorm warned, and we're going to be taking a look at it here once the radar moves.
Alrighty. Just 2 miles northwest of Ferguson in St. Louis County, Missouri. Public reported hail to the size of hen eggs or 2 inches in diameter.
Copy that. Yeah, and
it was at the person's home, too.
You can see there's that discrete cell that is slowly making its way towards New Haven. You can see how it's trying to curl a bit into a hook echo, it seems, but still, yeah, still a pretty dominant supercell making its way towards New Haven. And if it does keep going on its current track, this will go mainly towards the same areas as that old severe thunderstorm warning.
Oh, wow, that is actually a pretty gnarly looking little supercell there that you have there near New Haven that you were just mentioning.
Yep.
You can see it better now that it's getting closer to the St. Louis radar.
Very interesting to note, new observation. On one hand, half is better than expected. On the other hand, sheer is much better than expected.
A lot better.
Well, we're going to have a battle tonight. I think we really are. Let's see if a supercell can break through it. Once it breaks through and it has a good isolated, that's your cell of the day.
Yeah, and so yeah, we're
also,
definitely
flash flooding likely. Ooh,
yeah, we're
that's
definitely
gonna Weather Prediction Center. Where is this?
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on the storm in New Haven. If someone could keep an eye on that, that would be great.
Alrighty, I'll keep an eye on it for you.
Alright, thank you.
Discussion now.
And
so there is
flooding likely.
As they take an eye on that, we're gonna go back to the storms in Oklahoma. We're gonna go to the Tulsa radar for the severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, I would like to talk about that supercell closest to the Tulsa radar because that one is starting to look a lot more favorable for tornadoes on our velocity product.
Yeah, and I do actually see what you mean there. And a new severe thunderstorm has popped up. Major city being Cleveland in that 460-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized tail in effect for 8 p.m. So yeah.
And it is a tornado possible too.
Yeah, if you want to go in and explain what we've been picking up on the velocity, you can go ahead and do that now.
So what we're seeing here is a strong zone of convergence, which means there isn't a whole lot of rotation. It's very broad right now, but the inbounds and outbounds on this are both very strong. And that is usually the precursor to tornado genesis.
Yeah, and again, there's a lot of storms to watch here, and we'll keep you updated as fast as we can here.
I need to mention this mesoscale discussion.
All right, is it a new one that's released?
It's a mesoscale precipitation.
Flooding.
Yeah, mesoscale precipitation discussion is what they call them.
All right, yeah, you can go in and read that
Flash
off.
flooding likely. This is in the areas of central Illinois, Indiana, small parts of Ohio. The summary. Training of heavy rain from west to east is expected to produce at least localized flash flooding from a quick 2 to 4 inches of rain. The greatest threat will exist across south central Illinois and Indiana from 06Z.
All right, I have to go for a
Discussion.
few. I'll see you guys
Regional
later.
radar imagery
Alright,
shows
copied.
2 supercells in eastern Missouri, to the south of I-70 along a linear segment orientated west to east, crossing I-55 about 20 miles south of Springfield, Illinois. These thunderstorms are located along or just north of the rain-cold outflow boundary that extends west-northwest and east-northeast through St. Louis. The rain-cold boundary was activated and affected warm front within the axis of 500 to 1,000 plus joules per kilogram level Cape via the 23Z SPC mesoanalysis. As a mid to upper level trough axis continues to advance eastward across central to southern plains, low level inflow across the outflow boundary will increase over the next few hours. 25 to 40 knots of southerly flow in the 925 to 850 millibar layer will increase overrunning, while upper level divergence increases within the right and left exit regions of dual jets at 250 millibar downstream of the main upper trough axis west. Increasing thunderstorm coverage is expected in the span to west of time. Steering flow quasi-parallel to the low axis of the forcing should report some areas of training, especially as upstream convection over west central Missouri approaches. 1 to 2 inches per hour rainfall rates of 2 to 4 inches in 2 to 3 hours is expected to produce at least a few areas of localized flash flooding, with the threat expanding east with time from 06Z. Localized thunderstorm development will be possible south of the warm front into the southern portions of Illinois and Indiana over the next 2 hours. But coverage and the potential for flash flooding does not appear as great compared to locations farther north.
Alrighty.
That's the discussion.
But yeah, right now we are keeping an eye on 2 storms. This storm over here, that's like way to the northwest of Tulsa, and another storm that is starting to approach its way towards New Haven.
Somebody reported a 3.3 inch hailstone 8 miles east of Rome, Texas.
4 miles west-northwest of Burrow in Wise County, Texas, the NWS employee reported softball-sized hail of 4.50. Grapefruit-sized hail reported 5 miles northeast of Springtown by an NWS employee.
Yeah, and that's the severe thunderstorm warning in Texas that we've been pointing out for quite a bit now. But yeah, this storm again will be moving just north of the Fort Worth area, and this just passed Rome, east of Rome, and this will slowly march its way towards Double Oak, Highland Village, Lake Dallas, Flower Mound, Marshall Creek, and those areas. So if you're in that severe thunderstorm warning, be prepared for a pretty large hail. And if you have a car that's exposed, then it's best that you try to bring that inside, like a carport or a parking garage. And in fact, one of the reports that came out, I think, I don't know if this was pointed out already, but west of Fairview, 4.5 inch hail was reported.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Damn.
that is grapefruit-sized hail. So yeah, again, do those precautions that I just told you to do, and it's best that you stay inside until that storm passes.
The National Weather Service in Lincoln, Illinois has issued another flash flood warning for Macon, Moultrie, and Shelby counties until 11 p.m.
Copy that.
That's going off the Weather Prediction Center mesoscale flooding discussion that I just read.
Flash flooding is starting to pick up.
Yeah. If there's one risk that might verify, it's the flooding one. Interesting. I'm gonna watch that carefully. That's
Yes.
a perfect flooding situation what you're having.
Yeah,
up
small
there.
update. The severe thunderstorm warning that was on top of the flash flood warning in Taylorsville, Illinois has been dropped.
I think today might really become
And
a
we
flooding
also have a
day, 'cause
new
that
flash
train-
flood warning that was just issued for Lovington, Sullivan, Bethany, Dalton City, and many more of those areas just southeast of Decatur. This will be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So yeah, the flash flooding risk is starting to really pick up now.
Turn around. Don't drive through flooded roadways. Don't drown.
Yep.
Exactly.
Turn around, don't drown.
I got a little something here in Fort Worth, like a little bit of a lowering, some broad rotation.
Oh, okay.
Oh?
Would you like to share that on the stream?
I'm just kind of sitting here watching it, but you can see, you know, there's a bit of a wall cloud starting to drop down.
All right, let me show that on the stream real quick, Czar. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I need to hold the vertical or is horizontal okay? I can never tell.
It's on its side, so.
Okay, then
There
here.
we go. That's better. Yeah, so go ahead, Czar. Describe where you're at and what's happening around you.
Yeah, okay, so I'm off 35W and 114 in Fort Worth at Buc-ee's. And I got a little bit of a wall cloud starting to come together here and lower. A little bit of broad rotation, nothing too incredibly impressive, but I'm keeping my eye on the cell, especially since Cameron Nixon and a few others have talked about the potential for this to do a little something. It may strengthen. You can definitely see it starting to come together right there, although I think that's the hail core as well. But yeah, just kind of, I am also noticing that lightning activity is really kicking up.
Yeah, I saw that flash there.
Yeah.
I will say that, I apologize, that Dallas cell is actually going through a convective merger. It's actually going through a really good merger right now. It actually might pick up. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Let me try to move where I can see what's going on this other. Ooh, that might be it right there.
Please, move the camera a little bit to the left. I want to see that merge. Oh, that's where it is. Oh, that looks good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Watch that one. That one.
Also, something to note, this really strong EML that we're having could possibly make this day not go as expected, and it could also have a very big enhancement for tomorrow's risk. Just a good thing to
Oh.
note.
Very true.
So,
Yep.
Well, it
this-
depends because Justin and I have been talking because first off, everyone agrees that we forecasted this well and we just got unlucky today, unfortunately. When
Yeah,
we
I
were looking
agree.
at our discussion and everything, it looked so good. And then when I noticed the clouds, that's when I started doubting myself because every time I see clouds, people kept saying, "Oh, it's not gonna cap out," and I'm like, "Yes, it is," because I've seen this before. When you have too much cloud cover where you're not supposed to, that can cap the risk. On the
Alright,
other hand, the shear
hey-
is larger.
Let's focus on this storm right here.
yeah, this is pretty
Yeah.
concerning right now. That newest scan on that Tulsa storm is pretty bad.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that right there. Look at that right there. I see. Look. Oh my God.
There's
can
another
tell it's
embedded
merging.
supercell.
To me, that looks like it could be the start of a strong tornado.
Well, that's
Doesn't-
what they were. Oh, yo, that's rotating. Like that's the most rotation
Rotating?
defined rotation I've seen. Oh my God.
Yeah, that is the strongest.
Oh my
signature we've
God,
seen
okay,
today so
hold up.
far.
So we got
I'm starting to
rotation
get
on
worried.
stream right now.
We're looking
Holy
near the
shit.
cell near Cleveland, Oklahoma, and Winoma.
Yeah, we're about to look at that real quick. I'm gonna keep this here, and go back to.
Yeah, this is starting to get kind of concerning.
we're gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna get Czar's feed here.
Whoa, and I feel the reflank downdraft hitting.
Okay,
The
we have a
wind-
tornado on the ground near Winoma, Oklahoma.
Uh-oh.
We have a
yeah,
CC
we are
ground.
going to go there really fast here, folks.
I'm about to have to go after it again though.
Yeah, there might be a tornado on the going over there by Wino.
All right. Okay. So, folks, we're gonna take this. We're gonna take a look at this once this loads. Oh yeah, you can see that rotation there, clear as day, as this is approaching onto Winona. I think that's how you pronounce that, right, guys?
Winoma.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then you can see that tornado debris signature. So this is this is very likely a tornado on the ground. I'll get your highway information here soon. But if you're in Winona, you
Do
need
I?
to be taking your tornado
Not
precautions.
yet, but this is actually pretty promising cell. There's a big area of rotation right there.
Yeah. Regardless,
that
you
is
need to
a
be taking
pretty
your
that is a
tornado
pretty
precautions.
pretty well defined signature.
Mark G. Farmer is right in the CC drop. I hope that I'm. Oh, that was as of 7:21 p.m. So I'm hoping he's okay over there.
Yeah, but
He is
this is
way
gonna
too
be
close.
crossing Highway 99, Route 99. Gonna be paralleling Route 99.
Tulsa has issued a tornado warning for Osage County in Oklahoma until 8 p.m.
Yep, it's his cell. It's only a radar indicating tornado warning, but I would not be surprised if they upgraded it shortly.
Yep.
Another supercell to watch will be near New Haven. This is located west of the St. Louis Metro. It
Yeah,
has some time as a really good discrete supercell before it gets absorbed in a small MCS. I'm gonna watch it carefully for any info.
Alright, CC drop, just deepen on this next. Yeah, that is definitely a tornado.
Okay, so yeah, we have a tornado on the ground, folks. This is gonna be moving up into Winona.
Oh, that's an embedded supercell.
So you need to get into an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. Head into a basement if you got one. If you're driving, pull into a sturdy building. Avoid overpasses. As this is a tornado now on the ground.
Overpasses or wind tunnels are not good to hide under.
Yep.
That is such a weird supercell structure, but evidently it seems to be working out pretty well.
It does.
I do want to mention something real quick. If this day couldn't get any more weird, there's a severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Virginia.
In Virginia. Alright.
What? Virginia, bruh.
Northwestern Timberlake.
Alright.
That's near Glasgow. It's likely just a 60-mile-per-hour quarter size. Yeah.
Let's check back on velocity, folks, and then you can see, yeah, that rotation clear as day. I'm gonna go ahead.
Some pretty strong rotation.
Yeah, that's some pretty strong rotation. Again, this is paralleling Route 99.
Could very easily be our first strong tornado of this outbreak.
Yeah, and then this will eventually go up to Route 11. So if you're on Route 99 and Route 11, where this tornado warning is, you need to get into a sturdy shelter. You need to pull off the road, head into a sturdy shelter.
The National Weather Service in Springfield, Missouri has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. This is tornado possible. This is a considerable threat for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail for Camden, Dallas, Lake Lead, and Morgan counties until 8:30 p.m.
I'm very curious on this cluster north of Springfield.
That's what the new severe thunderstorm warning was issued for.
Oh, so that's the tornado possible along with 70-mile-per-hour wind to 2-inch hail.
Yep.
That's the cluster. Okay.
It's headed
That's
towards
one of these little.
It's headed towards Jefferson City.
Jefferson City.
There we go. The tornado warning is now an observed tornado due to tornadic debris in the air.
Alright, got it. And keep in mind, Jefferson City wasn't a tornado warning, well, near a tornado warning earlier, but yep, now all focus right now will be on this, but some of our other team members should focus on the other storms that could produce a tornado, including the one in northwest of Dallas.
I'm actually going to focus a little bit on this complex area.
Yeah, alright.
The signature on that Winona storm is starting to get more significant. I can clearly see that hook.
Yeah, you can see that hook clear as day. The TDS seems to be might seem to be fading, but keep in mind this is over an open field at this current time. See, it's mainly over open field, so the debris signature might not be that intense. But this is still, you should still treat this as a tornado on the ground, as this is now moving. Let me check here. This is moving east at 45 miles an hour. This will remain in effect until 8 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time.
All right, I have confirmation that Mark G. Farmer is okay.
Okay, good.
I'm
and
watching.
right now we are going to be tracking this tornado head into Barnesdale.
St. Louis County and Ferguson again just reported 1.75-inch hail yet again with the new supercell coming
And
into
there
St.
is
Louis.
also a town in the path of this tornado named Talent, that is directly on Route 11. So again, if you're in this tornado observed, then you need to be seeking shelter immediately. We are currently tracking this tornado into Barnesdale and Talent and Route 11. So yeah, seek shelter immediately.
Differential reflectivity, or ZDR, is spiking across the forward flank, which is a sign of tornado genesis.
Yeah, and quickly for everyone else that is across the nation, all severe thunderstorm warnings in Illinois has been dropped. The severe thunderstorm warning in St. Louis has been dropped. The severe thunderstorm warning that was on the southern part of that broken up line was also dropped. And the storms that were west of Oklahoma City, the severe thunderstorm warnings for those have also been dropped. You're currently at 11 severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 flash flood warnings, and 1 tornado observed. Now back to this tornado observed.
Yes, so the tornado debris signature near Winona has like almost completely disappeared. However, the rotation appears to have not let up very much.
Upper level rotation in this Winona storm is very strong, keep in mind. Especially in the upper tilts, like tilt 2, 3, and 4. You can clearly see that rotational signature there. It seems to be a very deeply rooted mesocyclone within the storm.
Even though there's a chance this tornado might not be on the ground anymore, you need to still treat this one as a tornado on the ground, since it could redevelop really quickly.
I believe this storm is likely cycling at this time.
Yeah, it is likely cycling, so that means at some point, if it does recycle correctly, it will likely touch back down.
Yeah, the tops in the supercell are about 50,000 feet.
A lot of hail around Dallas. I'm getting I got a third warning, 2.50 tennis ball size report from Coral City, Denton County, Texas, amateur rating.
Let's see. There is still a faint TDS on the new scan for Winona. Still a faint tornado debris signature.
Yeah, and keep in mind, again, it's mainly over open field. It looks like it did hit some trees, but for the most part, it's been over open field.
Which is a good thing.
Okay, so something that I need to point out really quick. New severe thunderstorm warning in effect that includes downtown Fort Worth and downtown Arlington.
So I do have some bad news here. It appears that the rotation is greatly re-intensifying near Barnesdall.
Yeah, we'll quickly go back to that, but I just want to get this out of the way for the people in Fort Worth. That is in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving east at 45 miles an hour, Gulf full size tail, and 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Okay, let's go back to that other storm that's back in Oklahoma, where apparently the rotation seems to be re-intensifying.
That golf ball size hail in Fort Worth is also observed.
Copied. All right, yeah, you can see those blues starting to lighten up more as this rotation is starting to re-intensify as it approaches Torrance and Barnesdale. So if you're in those towns, you need to seek shelter immediately. Same with everyone else in the warning.
That hook echo signature over Winona is starting to curl more. It is really starting to become a lot more defined than it was earlier.
I'm expecting a tornado warning.
Where?
Boulder, Missouri, Norfolk, Springfield. The southern area of the MCS complex over there has taken on a supercell-like shape.
All right, we'll take a look at that real quick.
Personally,
I think it actually got tornado.
Personally, regarding Missouri, I do believe the New Haven supercell is the most likely tornado producer that will need to monitor in Missouri.
Yeah, and I'll quickly get these two storms tracked here real quick. Yeah, you can see a pretty decently large hail core there that uh, that we're monitoring there, and golf ball size down 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. For both of those severe thunderstorms, which is a continuation of the other. We're going to go over quickly to New Haven, and then we'll go back to Oklahoma with that current tornado that's in effect. So we're going to wait for this radar to load here.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm coming.
But yeah, as you can see, that is that supercell there in New Haven. Actually a bit north of New Haven. That is, in fact, new severe thunderstorm warnings that issued for that. So perfect timing of us going over here. There's a pretty long tracked one. This one in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so about an hour. Moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Ping pong sized tail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And yeah, that is something to watch as that moves basically northeast. Now we're gonna go back to the one in Oklahoma.
I would like to note that the tornado intensity guidance chart indicates that the Winona, Oklahoma tornado may have had wind speeds between 100 and 120 miles per hour at its
Alrighty.
max intensity.
Oh yeah, now we're starting to track this as it approached the route highway there, between Torrent and Barnesdale. So you might have less than about 3 minutes to get to your shelter.
If this thing holds together or recycles, I would be weather aware if you're in a city of Bartlesville.
Yeah, I was about to point that out too. You said, yeah, Barsville. Even though you're not in the warning yet, you need to be aware of this storm. As this is continuing to move northeast.
Real quick, Storm Team, did you get my message or what I'm watching? Why I'm watching it? That area looks really good mesoscalically.
To me, it looks like the New Haven, Missouri supercell might be starting to develop tighter rotation.
All right, let's go take a look at that.
Tulsa is still observed, by the way. Just want to let you know I got an update from DM5. The area I'm looking at that actually has the potential of a sig tornado if the mesoscale goes correctly is near Bolivar, Missouri, just north of the Springfield metro, somewhat on Interstate 13 or Road 13. See, severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado possible. Damage destructive. 2.75 inch hail. Winds of 70 miles an hour. Dallas, Polk, Latin counties in Missouri. I'm very curious if that's the cell I just called out.
Yeah, right now we're
That
gonna
is
be.
the cell I just called out and is confirmed by emergency management. Yep, that's it right there. I'm worried about that one now. I'm really worried.
Okay, real quick, I just want to get this out of the way. 3-inch hail reports are now starting to come in with the one near Fort Worth, the one north of Fort Worth.
Dang.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna stay with the Bolivar supercell because I have a feeling something is wrong and I'm seeing something.
All right, right now I'm going to stay with the New Haven supercell.
I'm gonna stay over there by the Barnesdale supercell.
yeah, and if you want me to switch over to the radar with that cell, then you can tell me and I can switch over and give you the mic.
Alright.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go across the other severes that we weren't able to focus on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We do have a damage report from the Winona supercell. It's not from Winona. It's from the town to the north, from Pawhuska. That area suffered damage from the non-tornadic portion of the storm. The report states that an 18-inch diameter trees have been snapped, and there are 6-inch diameter branches in the roads.
Alrighty, copy
Wow.
that.
Damn.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go over to some of these severe thunderstorm warnings out here, including one.
Tyler,
Yeah.
I need to hold on. Give me a sec. I'm checking Springfield issue a tornado warning. The one that I'm scared for a tornado warning Emergency management has also confirmed baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds with this storm. I've been watching the whole time, having a message hail set up right now. I am very worried about the cell. It is near Boulder, north of the Springfield Metro. I am very worried about it.
The,
Alrighty, we'll keep an
the
eye.
new Storm Prediction Center outlook should be coming out in roughly 20-ish minutes.
To me, looking back at the radar loop, it appears the Barnsdall circulation might be occluding and there might be a new circulation developing off to the north.
Yeah, I was thinking that in my head, but I don't know if I should say it. But yeah, hold on. Let me take a look at that.
I apologize. I need to interrupt real quick. The funny number has happened.
Severe
Do not
thunderstorm
mention
watch.
that.
watch
Do not
69.
mention that.
Severe thunderstorm watch number 69.
But try to remain professional here.
There is
I'm
also,
sorry, we had to. It's a meme for me, so we had
No,
to
it's-
do at least a
I understand.
Severe
Oh,
thunderstorm
sorry.
watch number 69 will be in effect until 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Main threats include scattered large hail, likely with isolated very large hail events of 2 inches in diameter possible. Scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles an hour likely, and a tornado or two will be possible.
there is a major ZDR spike on the forward flank of that New Haven supercell.
we're gonna have severe thunderstorm watch number 70 most likely in Indianapolis. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Watch likely 95%.
Okay, before we
Yep.
move on real quick, just want to give these other severe thunderstorm warnings so we don't neglect those people. Severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Illinois remains in effect until 8 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail moving east at 30 miles an hour. And yeah, there's also a lot of lightning activity with that one. And we actually have to go over to Virginia for this one, and West Virginia too. That there is a severe thunderstorm warning in West Virginia in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that will be 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. And that is moving east at 30 miles an hour. And for the final storm, it is quite a small one, and it's in a radar hole. But a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that will be for 60 mile per hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail moving east at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah,
And
but another
yeah.
flash flood.
The National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma has issued a flash flood warning for Kingfisher, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Until
Bruh.
9:30.
Oklahoma. Okay.
To me, Tyler, it looks like 100% there's a cycle happening near Barndall.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that pulled up here.
Also, they are monitoring the potential. There's a 95% chance for a watch. They say initially they think it's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch, but they're also monitoring the potential for them to issue a tornado watch instead.
A severe thunderstorm with a history of large hail for Dick County in Texas continues to be observed.
Alrighty. For the Barnsdale cell, whoever said something about the velocity, they can go ahead and talk about what they mean by that.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is you can kind of see a faint couplet over Barnsdall itself. That is the old circulation, but to the north you can see where the colors are brighter to the north of Barnsdall. That's the new mesocyclone that's developing and will likely be the next possible tornado.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I also want to continue on that too, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, you guys look at my camera here. I have a professional setup where I have my TV hooked up, my computer hooked up to my TV, so I can point where the storms are at here.
Let me get you on the camera here. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I like the settings. So you can see here that we have this. I actually have two couplets right here circulating. We have one right here. You can see that tornado signature on there. That's the radar indicating a tornado signature. It is currently a weak tornado signature right now. You can see we have a discrete hook echo. And you can see that we have a tornado warning right there circulating that polygon right there. And you can see it's going to head towards. It's currently heading towards. Where's this one right here? Bartlesville right here. So Bartlesville, if you're currently in this, if you're currently, hold on, let me find the words. If you are currently in Bartlesville, you might want to take shelter actually, because this is a potential tornado that could be, if not, might be on the ground at this point, because our circulation's looking pretty tight over here. And so basically you can see that circulation right there where that tornado signature is right there. and you can see how that kind of hooks on. You can see how it's rotating. So basically, for those who don't understand about velocity, basically when the red touches the green and they kind of combine with each other, that's rotation. We call that a couplet, and that's a sign. We call that a TVS also, which is a tornado vortex signature. That's what it stands for. And when we see that, we assume there's rotation with the storm. It's not on the ground because radar cannot detect things that are on the ground. They can only detect things storm wise. So basically, we're saying rotation on the storm. This is not surface level, but this is storm rotation right now that we're currently seeing. And so as we look on, go ahead.
And to elaborate on like one of the points you made, the way a radar confirmed tornado works is we don't know just by looking at radar that the tornado is on the ground. But the way we determine that is indirectly through looking at the correlation coefficient product, which looks at the objects in the atmosphere. And if all the objects are consistent size and shape, like a raindrop or most hailstones, it'll be a warmer color. But if it's picking up these odd misshapen objects, it will show up as a darker green or blue color, and that is a sign of either very large hail, which often tends to clump together into these weird shapes, or tornado debris.
Yeah.
And to elaborate on that also, real quick, the only time you will ever know that there is a tornado on the ground for certain by only looking at the reflectivity radar colors is if there is a violent tornado ripping through some sort of town that shows a pink color.
Yeah, like a debris ball. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually I can pull up an image of that. Hold on, really quick.
Yeah, I know.
Just
return to the radar for a second.
Yeah, just pull up an image of Mayfield. That would be a good example.
Yeah, we'll return to the radar there for a second.
Yep, new tornado warning for the Barnesdale storm. The cycle to the north is starting to tighten up.
Alrighty, hold on.
Alright, let me show you guys really quick as an example.
Alright, here, let me put you back on real quick.
This is what a
let me put you back on.
Echo looks like. It's a little blurry.
Alright, you're back on.
This is the hook echo, as you can see here. You can see we have that wrap. There's the RFD, which is the rear flank downdraft right here, and then there's where the tornado would be, right in that center of the hook echo, and there's our velocity right there. This is not right now. This is from March 14th. This is of March 14th, actually, 2024. So this wasn't that long time ago, but this is not right now. So if you guys are looking at this like, oh my God, that's on the ground right now, no, this is from March 14th of this year. So this is not right now.
Yeah.
So that was.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and point out some of the new tornado warning and tell you who's in and who's out. So new tornado warning that will remain in effect until 8:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Bartlesville, which we pointed out earlier, is in that tornado warning. And same with these two towns down here that I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
Hey, Tyler, another tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service in Springfield.
Okay.
It was the storm that I was watching the whole time.
Yeah,
with the
I was also watching that one, but yeah, hold up. Let me go ahead and give you some information on that as well. Let me.
Can I do it since I'm watching it?
Yeah, but just give me a second because it hasn't loaded up on my end just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can read that one out.
That's a gnarly looking hook. It's got hail all over the
and there's a comet head feature. The comet head feature to the north of it. That's telling me it's also using some mesoscale. That is not.
Oh, it's this one
down
here.
That's a really wide tornado warning.
I think this one may produce a tornado. The mesoscale just seems too good not to do it. There's a shower behind it, which means it might have a mesoscale convective merger and might be able to help strengthen that updraft. I am very scared about this. This is the tornado warning. It is north of Conway. It is on Road 44, Road 65, Road 5, Phillipsburg, Buffalo, Halfway, Lebanon. Let's see if we can get some closer towns in there. Luckily, there are no more towns. If you are in this, I'm actually going to say this. You need to potentially get ready for a tornado on the ground.
Yeah, and
this
I just want to say,
this is not just a normal cell interaction. This is a potential convective merger with a shower to the west. In historical mesoscale, when we've seen tornadoes, when it interacts with a shower that is able to help that updraft, it can quickly produce a tornado. especially since it's on a part that is acting like a small MCS complex with a common head feature located to the north. Please
Well,
stay
guys,
covered
Alrighty,
now. There's
I
a
just
potential for a
the
tornado.
the Buffalo Lewisburg cell is also at an outflow boundary, which is of great note.
Are you serious?
Okay, so I just want to say really quick, I'm sorry for interrupting, but this also has baseball-sized tail on it, so even if you're not in the rotation itself, this is still going to produce major damaging hail.
I'm so glad I watched this one, by the way. I was always scared of this one.
All
I
right,
could tell something was
guys.
Okay,
New storm prediction center outlook is out. The moderate risk has been dropped.
Moderate risk has been dropped. Yeah, we should see that on the GR2 in a minute. But yeah, so apparently moderate has been dropped. And,
The 10 sig stays the same. 10 sig stays the same.
Yeah,
though.
and I just want to point out for the rest of the team, speak one at a time. And yeah, you can see that clear as day hook echo as it's moving straight for Buffalo. So again, like Tristan said, if you're in Buffalo and you need to be seeking shelter immediately, if this tornado is rather long tracked, this will go for Lebanon, Missouri.
These types of mesoscale interactions do have a history of producing strong tornadoes. This is on the outflow boundary. There's a common head feature to the north. It has a nice hail signature. There's a shower behind it. If any storm wanted to produce a safe tornado, this is the mesoscale location. Please take cover now. This is a dangerous supercell thunderstorm.
Yeah, and again, like I said earlier, this is also producing baseball-sized hail. So
All right, I got the new SBC outlook in chat if you wanna show that.
Dallas issued a tornado warning. I apologize. Can we go to the tornado warning real quick? Dallas has issued a tornado warning.
Yeah, I'll read that out.
Dallas County of Texas.
Yeah, I'll read that out real quick. Okay, so we do have a new tornado warning. Let me go ahead and get that on the tour count real quick. But yeah, new tornado warning south of Fort Worth, and this will remain in effect until 8:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It is moving east at 35 miles an hour, and you can see that rotation right there southwest of Joshua. And again, this will be moving east towards some pretty, unfortunately, pretty populated areas.
I would like to note that rotations actually get pretty decent.
Yeah, this is
This
is the QL.
Which one? The one near Fort Worth or the one I'm watching?
One near Fort Worth.
Yeah, the one near Fort Worth. And for some quick highway information before we move on, this will eventually go for I-35 West.
This Fort Worth storm has a deeply rooted mesocyclone. It is very visible all the way up to the tilt 4 and higher, and it is strong looking.
Yeah, it will cross Route 174, and it will eventually go for I-35 West, and this will remain south of Joshua, but this will eventually go straight for the interstate. Again, there's a lot of Siberian areas here. Like if you are anywhere here that I'm highlighting with my mouse, you need to seek shelter immediately. Same with everyone in the polygon. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out to show you this polygon here and show you a radar loop of this warning.
Are we looking at the the Dallas one?
Yeah, the Dallas one.
I gotta say, this is one of the more organized ones we've seen today.
Oh my god, the Wonder Buffalo is starting to form a hook on the mesoscale. I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it has
really
a huge
quick.
hook right now. Huge hook.
I'm gonna make sure we don't neglect these people that are currently in this Oklahoma warned one. So we're gonna quickly show people what that looks like currently. You can see that rotation south of Bartersville. This will eventually cross this this highway here, and then we'll eventually cross another highway. But this will likely remain over rural areas. But regardless, you should still seek shelter immediately. And then
Tyler, give me a second. I'm about to post a photo of what I'm seeing on the Buffalo cell and why I'm really scared of it.
Yeah, we're gonna go
I'm
over
about
to
to post a
the.
picture.
Yeah,
Trust
we're gonna
me, you will understand why in a second.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Buffalo storm. You can see now it's
I'm about to
crossing
send
the
a
highway
picture.
right there. It's now crossing into northern Buffalo at this current time. And after this, it will keep traveling eastward over some pretty wooded areas. But this will get dangerously close to Windyville, and then eventually, if it becomes long tracked, this will go straight for Lebanon. So
Look on coverage real quick. I just sent you a photo of why I'm scared of it. It's showing the classic hook signature. It's getting fed. This is not a normal storm. You
yeah,
need to
I'm
take
seeing that
shelter
on the
now.
yeah, I'm seeing this on the radar. Like Tristan's been calling out, you need to seek shelter immediately. Even if you're in Lebanon, even though the storm might seem really far west, this is going in your direction. You need to seek shelter immediately. Do not waste any time.
I would also like to note, if you are in the severe thunderstorm warnings north of that, this has 70-mile-per-hour winds and golf ball size hail. If you are in this whole complex of storms, take it like a tornado warning. Tree damage, power line damage, and now we got the potential of a tornado near Buffalo. This is actually a very dangerous complex.
Yeah,
Please
this
take shelter
same
now.
and the same storm that's currently producing this tornado does have baseball-sized hail. We are now going to go back
No,
to the
Tyler, I apologize. It's not just the tornado warning. If you look at the whole thunderstorm
yeah,
warning,
you can also
they all
that line.
it's an MCS complex. You can tell by the rotation on the northern side. It's a
Okay.
small MCS complex on the mesoscale.
Yeah, going back to the Fort Worth storm real quick. The rotation is now approaching near Kenay. This will remain a little bit to the north of the town, but you still need to seek shelter immediately. Again, there is a lot of there's a lot of houses here, so you need to seek shelter immediately. And if you're on Interstate 35 West in this tornado warning, it is recommended you pull off the interstate.
We're seeing a correlation coefficient drop on the Buffalo storm. I think it's starting to drop a little bit. We might be
Oh
seeing
dear, my hands are actually shaking. Let me check.
Okay.
I want to make sure of this.
All right,
It's just
if
a
this
little
is
bit
true,
more, it's not
guys,
like-
remember, one at a time. One at a time.
All right. Can I go? May I go, please?
Yeah, the radar is now currently showing on the Buffalo storm.
I am
Oh,
checking
God,
correlation
that's a hook.
coefficient.
We got a hook. That's a good hook right there too. If you're currently in
Coefficient. Hold on.
okay.
It luckily does not show debris.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
the.
it was showing a second ago. Sorry if I worried you guys, but it was showing a second ago.
Yeah, but regardless, you
currently-
should still seek shelter because this could produce a tornado at any moment.
Wait, hold on. It might be. Let me compare the velocity to the correlation coefficient. It doesn't 100% match. I'm trying to figure it out right now. But it doesn't matter. This cell has one of the best conditions for a tornado. You should be taking shelter.
Yeah,
even
take
if it's not on
shelter.
the ground
Take
right now.
shelter.
That Barnsdale storm is starting to get itself back together.
All right, let's go.
Is that
Let's go to the Barnesdale one now.
Do a mesoscale handoff? I can't tell if there's one or two rotation.
You can see that
So,
rotation
yeah.
right there,
Oh,
crossing
okay,
the highway.
The correlation that I'm seeing in Louisville is likely hail, but it looks like a debris signature. Storm, can you please check near Buffalo? I am very confused looking at it.
The Buffalo
uh,
storm currently does not have a tornado on the ground.
Just wanted to make sure because it looks very scary. It really does.
And
Also the tornado warning for Otis County, Oklahoma.
yeah, really quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and point this out. There's also more severe thunderstorm warnings south of this tornado warning. So if you're in those severe thunderstorm warnings, remain indoors.
Yeah, we got a classical hook on that Buffalo storm. If you're currently in Windysville, please take shelter immediately. This is heading straight towards Windysville. You're currently in that city.
And again, Lebanon, you need to seek shelter also. I know this is still a bit too far west, but if this becomes long track, this will be going in your direction or near your direction.
You're talking about Lebanon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lebanon, you have a pretty big population there. Please take shelter immediately. If you're anywhere near this storm, at least 5-mile radius, please take shelter. If you're not thunderstorm warning, take shelter now.
Yeah. Again, you can see that classic hook signature that we would see with a tornado. As this tornado is moving east at 50 miles an hour.
Correct. And they just issued, I think they just Was that new or did that just come out? I'm not sure. The tornado warning for East Central Polk County is canceled. What?
I need
Because it
to
moved out of the
let
warn area.
Oh
I need to
yeah.
let y'all know we have a very, very dangerous situation at Buffalo. The tornado sirens are not sounding, even in the tornado warning.
Oh god.
And
I don't
okay,
know
I just want to
why.
point this out. I just want to point that out regarding this. That is why you cannot always rely on tornado sirens. That's why you need to have your phone with alerts turned on, a radio, or any other way to get warnings. Because sirens are not always reliable.
Even if it's from like a person outside, which you shouldn't be outside anyways. Even if it's from like a person, or if it's like from your family, if you get like a message, take it as it's serious. Even though to you it might not be serious, to it's this is life. This is a life threatening situation here that we're potentially seeing a really good hook echo on the radar right now. And just updated, we're still seeing that hook echo, but that Buffalo storm right now currently is very well structured. And Windysville, I'm really worried for Windysville because that hook signature is heading straight towards Windysville. I'm
And
very
keep in
nervous.
mind, you also got that hail that's going to go into Windysville, too.
Yeah, that hail right now. We currently have it's 1.15 inches of 1.15 inch hail right now. But yeah, I'm sweating right now for Windysville because that's definitely heading toward that hook echo is. Oof.
I will
Yeah,
say also, unfortunately, we did have a car that got murdered by hail. Reed Timmer may have had a date with a hailstorm. No. His car's windshield's completely wrecked. That hail was after. Oh, new tornado warning for Oklahoma.
New tornado warning
that's
for
great.
Oklahoma? Is this a continuation or a new one?
It's a
It's a new
continuation.
one because they expired the old one.
That's a continuation. That's also for that includes
A severe
Oglesby,
thunderstorm with strong level rotation that could
Novato,
produce a tornado
and
at
Delaware.
any time was located 7 miles southeast of Barnesville. That's some strong wording.
Yeah, it is some strong wording right there. I'm gonna go check that one out really quick.
Focus
Yeah,
on
with
that one.
strong
I
low-level
got
rotation that could
Buffalo.
produce a tornado at any time. So again, I'm gonna call these areas out. Delaware, NOAA. I can't pronounce any of these town names down south. But yeah, basically anyone in this new polygon, needs to seek shelter immediately.
Immediately, we're talking about right now.
I'm gonna give you your road
it says
information real
tornado at
quick.
any possible time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you your road information real quick if your viewers need that. This includes Highway 60 and Highway 169. So if you're on both of those highways, then you need to pull off the highway into a sturdy shelter.
We also got a very dangerous severe thunderstorm warning along with that MCS complex now connected to the tornado warning. The new severe thunderstorm warning as a possible threat of destructive with a tornado possible. Winds of 70 miles an hour of hail of 2.75 inch near 3 inches located in Dallas and Lane counties and Missouri until 8:30 p.m. That whole complex is a very dangerous situation.
Yeah. Like, if you're near that complex or in the path of that complex, then it's highly recommended that you stay indoors until it passes.
In this situation, are we looking near Buffalo? I don't want to highlight Buffalo. I want to highlight the whole complex because we should take the severe thunderstorm warning seriously.
Yeah.
With that new warning, I think the whole line should be respected.
Yeah, Gulf full size 70 mile an hour wind gusts with the
No,
rest of the line.
2.75 now.
2.75?
Yes.
Alrighty.
And a new hook. Wait, what is it doing? Please.
Yeah, it didn't update on my end, but apparently the south and the north now have baseball sized tail apparently.
Well, yeah, we got a hook.
And 70-mile-an-hour winds radar indicated. This storm
Alrighty.
should be very respected.
Yeah, this is a new hook right here.
And if
Let me check the correlation coefficient really quick.
Yeah, again, if you have a car in this line or in a severe thunderstorm warning with large hail, then get into a carport or into a parking garage or any way to protect it.
This is a very interesting complex.
Because this
up
is
here on
large
the
enough hail to
boundary.
completely destroy those windows.
There's a comma head feature now located west of Lake Ozark with that complex. That just confirms the damaging. Oh, that is a complex. That's a bow. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that's a beautiful mesoscale bow echo going on. Oh, that is gorgeous. Yeah, you gotta take cover. That's a really good mesoscale region of damaging winds and large hail possible.
All right, now
That's
we're going to go
really
ahead and
good.
give a quick update on the severe thunderstorms in Dallas. The severe thunderstorm that was north of Fort Worth is now gone. There is still those 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, including that tornado warning, although I'm unable to find any rotation, but it's still recommended that you remain in your safe spots until this line passes. And now going up to Oklahoma, where we do have more severe thunderstorm warnings, and a tornado. We're gonna go ahead and view this tornado warning here. I'm gonna wait for
Can I real quick mention, if you're west of Indianapolis, you do have a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Just want to let people know that over there.
Yeah.
Mesoscale discussion number well, a new mesoscale discussion has been issued from the Storm Prediction Center, number 331.
Yeah, before you read that off, I just want to let the people west of Indy know about the severe thunderstorm warning and what it looks like. Again, that's warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail in effect until 9:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, let's get that graphic pulled up, and you can read that off SPC. If someone can get the graphic for that.
Alrighty.
And in the meantime, we're also going to highlight this new severe thunderstorm warning that got issued for this entire complex in central Missouri. That was just issued. Let me check the details on that. That was issued for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. So that's where, so that will remain in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Alrighty.
Requested too.
We have 2 mesoscale discussions now that I have to read. We have I can't speak. So we have 331 and 332. The one is for Tornado Watch 65 and 67, and the other one is an 80% chance of watch issuance.
Alrighty.
So I'll read 331 first, and then I'll read 332 once you get the graphics up.
Yeah, let me go ahead and load this one. Okay, the graphic for 331's been loaded up. You can read it off.
Alrighty. So the areas affected by this are portions of eastern Texas and the southeastern Oklahoma. Concerning severe potential, watch likely. There's an 80% chance of a watch. The summary: the severe threat is increasing across portions of northeastern Texas and the southeastern Oklahoma. Severe hail and wind are the main threats. Though a tornado cannot be ruled out, a weather watch issuance is likely over the next hour or so. Discussion: a QLCS with embedded supercells is progressing across the Metroplex with copious amounts of 2 to 3 inch hail reports with the northernmost supercell. These storms are advancing eastward across a buoyant warm sector overspread by 50 to 70 knots of effective bulk shear, so the severe threat is expected to persist with the ongoing storms for several more hours. The 0Z Fort Worth sounding, observed sounding showed 9 Celsius per kilometer mid-level lapse rates and elongated photographs. As such, embedded supercells should continue east of the ongoing watch, with the potential for severe 50-plus knot or 60-mile-per-hour plus gusts and large hail, with some 1 to 2 inches stones possible. Since the storm will be approaching the western extent of a low-level jet, a modest increase in low-level shear may also support the development of a tornado or 2. A weather watch issuance will be needed soon to address the impending severe threat. That is all for that mesoscale discussion, and now we have one more mesoscale discussion to read
real
off.
quick, does anyone else want to say anything before we read off the next discussion?
New tornado
warning. New tornado warning.
All right, yeah, we'll quickly go through that tornado warning, then we'll read off the next one. This
I'll read
includes
it off.
yeah,
It's
you can
moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, this includes some of the same areas as that old tornado warning that we saw earlier.
It doesn't really have much rotation on it, but it probably would strengthen.
Alrighty. Yeah, and then I think that's everything that we need to know. Let me go ahead and pull up the next product here, and then we'll take a look at power outages next. Alright, go ahead.
Alrighty. So now we have Mexico discussion 332. Areas affected with this Mexico discussion are northeast Oklahoma and far southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, and far northwest Arkansas. I believe this is probably where we're going to have a pretty decent tornado threat tonight. So this is for concerning tornado watches 65 and 67. The severe weather threat for tornado watch 65 and 67 continues. The tornado threat is increasing across the northeast Oklahoma into southwest Missouri. Discussion. A line of storms with embedded supercells has developed from southwest Kansas into northeast Oklahoma. Low-level shear has increased substantially since the 0Z, with 0 to 1 SRH increasing from 150 meters square per second square to 250 meters square per second square on the INX VWP photograph. Low-level shear will increase further as the low-level jet strengthens to near 50 knots later this evening. Therefore, expect the tornado threat to increase as the supercells move more northeast.
Alrighty, and now we're going to be taking a look at power outages real quick. Hold up, let me go and get this website pulled up. So right now we are tracking about 10,000 power outages in Texas, and some of those are, of course, caused by that storm. You're tracking 3,000 people without power in Missouri, 3,300 people without power in Oklahoma, and that's pretty much it, except for Illinois, who has 3,300 people without power. Now we're gonna go back to the radar here.
Yeah, we have that tornado warning for the NOAA storm right there. The rotation's getting stronger. We have a potential curvature on it too. You guys look at my camera right here. We have that rotation right here, and we have also that curvature that I'm talking about right there. I can just tilt my curvature right there, right here. So if you're in if you're in Delaware, assuming that's Oklahoma, Delaware, Oklahoma. Yeah, if you're in Delaware, Oklahoma right now, please take shelter. This is actually almost about 5 to 10 minutes away from your location. So yeah, if you're in Delaware, Oklahoma, this is a tornado that could potentially be on the ground according to the tornado warning with a low-level based rotation. And like it said, a tornado can be dropped from the ground any minute now. So if you're currently in this tornado warning, anywhere in this tornado warning, then please take shelter immediately. This is no joke. Again, this is not April. We're not playing April Fools on you. We couldn't really fake this anyways, but this is not an April Fool's joke. We're not joking around. This is a very serious professional stream that we're going on right now. So this is a tornado warning. If you're in anywhere of any of these, and also if you're in that tornado warning too, we could talk about that in a second. If you're in any of these cities that are currently in this tornado warning, take shelter immediately. This is a dangerous situation.
Yeah, and then you can also go ahead and talk about that tornado warning that's to the southwest of that one.
All right. Yeah, this one, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't have, well, let me look at the rotation like that. We don't have much rotation on this. I'm not as concerned for this storm, but this is still a very dangerous storm still. We still have a tornado warning, so if you're anywhere from Barnesdale to Advent, anywhere, honestly, you should take shelter. This is a tornado warning. Take this take this tornado warning as if you're about to, like, I don't want to say, well, take this tornado warning as there's a tornado coming to your house right now, and in 5 seconds. Get to your basement, get everything that you need. Get a flashlight, get a radio, get your phone, get important documents, get your family, your kids, your pets, everyone.
Yeah, and also I know this.
That basement.
I know this might sound weird too, but grab shoes because you might be walking out in debris.
Yeah, grab boots and a helmet because there could be debris flying still when you're done, and there could be nails on the ground. There could be very dangerous objects that are sticking out of the ground that could potentially cause injury. That's actually
how some people get injured too, just by the aftermath when they step outside and like, oh, step on a nail and the freaking nail goes right through their foot. I'm not saying
Okay, I just want to report this tornado report from a public tornado reported on the ground with the storm that you were just talking about.
This one right here?
Yeah, the one that we were just covering, that's near Barnesdale. Public reported a tornado on the ground.
Let me go to the correlation coefficient.
I will also like to say real quick, make sure you wear a helmet. A lot of tornado fatalities come from neck and head trauma.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
So
remember, there could be debris still flying around after the tornado has passed. That's why they say.
Please don't walk near power lines. Please, especially if there's gasoline. If there's a gas station nearby, that is a recipe for disaster.
all right,
All right,
so
just
I just
want
want
to
to point this out. We're gonna give you some information on where this tornado is going because the public did report a tornado on the ground with this tornado here. This will be going for what seems to be nearly right in between Barnesdale and Avion. Right now, we really can't see where the rotation is. So no matter what, if you're anywhere in this polygon, seek shelter immediately. This will be going straight up for Route 11. So yeah, like if you're in this polygon, again, we don't know where the rotation is at this current time. Seek shelter immediately as the public has confirmed a tornado on the ground.
Also, I want to continue on that Delaware storm, the city Delaware in Oklahoma. That has a very defined rotation on it. And Delaware, you're honestly only a couple minutes until that storm will hit you. I'm pretty sure that if we go to our correlation coefficient, let me check really quick actually.
Yeah, and this will be crossing Highway 169 here in just a few.
Correct. And so, yeah, that's very strong rotation. We have a hook right now. Oh, God. You guys see that dot right there? That dot I'm seeing right now?
Yeah.
There's a dot, and there's that debris ball that we've talked about a few minutes ago. That could be a sign right there that tornado might be on the ground.
So yeah, again, treat this as a tornado on the ground. If you're in Delaware or anywhere in the polygon, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This will be crossing Highway 169 at any moment.
They're also about to cancel this tornado warning. They're about to issue a new one, I'm pretty sure, because it's out of the warned area, so they might be issuing a new one. But Delaware, you're seconds away, honestly. I mean, tornado might not be direct hit. I said her so much. But yeah, that's rotation right there. That's
again, yeah, even though right now it does show it's moving just a bit north of Delaware, but again, radar error can be a thing where it can be slightly off. So yeah, it's really too close for comfort for Delaware.
Yeah. But this is concerning. Just to let you guys know, I'm very emotional about these type of events. So I'm literally sweating right now because of how serious this event is, because my whole forehead's like a freaking pond. Ugh. But we have rotation right now. We have all the evidence that there could potentially be a storm or a tornado on the ground right now. And you can see that highway. What highway was that again that's going on to?
Highway 169.
169. All right, so if you're driving on Highway 169, you might pull over or do something. Just for a safety tip for a car, you might. So if there's a tornado on the ground and you're driving on Highway 169, pull over, take something that like a blanket or like a jacket that you may have, and duck below the steering wheel. Make sure your car is, I believe, either on park or off. I'm not sure. Turn your engine off or something like that. And make sure you're covering your head, almost like an earthquake drill we do at school. Like cover your head, like I'm gonna show you guys. Like cover your head like this. I'm showing the wrong camera. So basically, you want to cover your head.
I gotta throw your camera back on since I've been showing the other radar. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, when you're driving, right, cover your head like this. Do this and duck down below the dashboard. And make sure that you have like some jacket on or some clothing.
Some sort of protection.
Some sort of protection. Cover it over your head and just do this. Literally, just like do this. It's that important. I might be looking crazy over here, but it's definitely an important event.
Yeah. And at this point,
I would also like to say, if you are near Lawton, I looked at the Storm Prediction Center data. There is still about 15,000 cape with a lot of shear.
All right.
And those storms earlier have made a second round of convection between Chickasha and Lawton. I don't know if that's
I have to point this out. This is important.
Go ahead.
Okay, with how close is this to Highway 169 for drivers on there, it is too late to pull into a sturdy building. So do what National Weather Service said, or what should I call you?
Call me Shockwave.
Okay, Shockwave. Yeah, do what Shockwave said, and just, like hunker down below the dashboard, and put something over your head, and turn off the car as well.
Also,
We
I
have another
will
wave of
note.
convection around the Lawton area. I don't know how good it's going to be. I know there's still some cape and a nice amount of shear left in that area. So I do want to warn, or at least for Lawton and those areas that have not been erased from the dew points, there is another round of convection. Those might produce severe thunderstorm warnings depending on the mesoscale later on.
Hey Tristan, I want to note when you said the Cape number, you said 15,000. I think you meant to say
I'm sorry, I meant
1,500.
1,500. Mistakes are made.
Yep.
Also, if you guys want, you can call me Julian. That's my actual name. Just let you know. Just one, so you know, because that's my actual name.
Alrighty.
So,
I'm very scared about this Delaware. Ooh, that
That's
one
what I'm scared about it too. I'm putting bucket right now because of it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to step away from the stream for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna go take a shower. So I'll be back in about 30-ish minutes.
Alrighty, got
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Probably have to take a shower.
The rotation is now across the highway. It is now across 169, and you can see there's still some rotation there, as this will be still moving northeast towards the river.
Yeah.
And after that, it will remain over extremely rural areas, which is good. However, if it does become extremely long trash, we could see this go into a picture.
Yeah. So, again, so this just passed Highway 169. So, let's hope there's no one that was driving on there. But this is the dangerous situation we have right now. Did they cancel the moderate risk? Would you guys agree on that by any chance? I'm just curious if you guys agree on that moderate risk.
Moderate was for hail, so
Okay.
we haven't
Alright,
really seen that hail side of things.
Yeah. But anyways, so that rotation couplet's looking pretty strong. Also, we have a lot of lightning strikes next to that couplet right there, which is also a sign that the storm is strengthening, starting to mature, because there's more negative and positive charges in all of those other conditions. But also this rear flake downdraft that we're having, which is basically just that wind going into the tornado that's kind of circulating around it. Also, new update on the rotation. It's not looking as dominant as it was, not as defined, but it's still tornado warned, so should still be in your basement. So, like we mentioned before, if after the tornado has passed, make sure to wait in your basement about at least 15 minutes, because you never know. There could be debris still flying around, and there's even like 2x4s, not even like a single nail could kill you if it's darting right at you. Especially those 2x4s that are still those could be lodged in your body. You can pass out from that. That's where fatalities come from, by those indirect fatalities from those tornadoes. So make sure you come out with your helmet, come out with boots, and be prepared for flying debris that still could be on the ground, that still could be in the air, because that's where those indirect fatalities come from. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I just like to talk, so yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that storm near Boulevard that we had concerns about had a report of thunderstorm wind damage, but here's the report that makes me think it was a brief tornado. Had a report of some sections of a sliding on a shop damaged near South 90 and East 438 in Boulevard. Sections of a vinyl siding on a shop.
Yeah, and something I want to point out: a National Weather Service employee, without a tornado warning from earlier that was dropped, reports tree damage, and in the notes it says possible tornado.
Tornado. What? Mesoscale discussion. For Watch 65. I got no sleep. I apologize for that. Yawn.
So
we're gonna read that real quick. Do we have any tornado warnings that need immediate concern before I read this?
No.
No, we have one.
No. Okay.
Went out my radar over it, so you're good.
The severe weather threat for Tornado Watch 65 continues. The severe threat continues across Tornado Watch 65. All hazards remain a concern, including with new storms developing over southwestern and central Oklahoma, the Lawton Convection. Temporary extensions of the ongoing watch may be needed for central and north Oklahoma. Oh, interesting. New convective development is underway across southwestern and central Oklahoma in the wake of earlier storms. These newer storms are forming immediately ahead of a cold front and are progressing towards the monsoon air mass, characterized with 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram mid-level cape. The 0Z observed sounding depicted a cooling boundary layer, but with steep low latitude aloft. The associated observed holding graph showed sizable low-level curvature and mid-level elongation, which would support possible supercell development accompanied with the threat of damaging winds, large hail, and perhaps another couple of tornadoes. As such, portions of Tornado Watch 65 over central and northeast Oklahoma will be extended in time to address the severe threat, with new storms developing in southwest Oklahoma. Farther southeast, a new watch issuance will be needed to address the severe threat later this evening. Yep, the new convection I called out is now having the watch extended for Oklahoma.
Alrighty.
Also, law enforcement 1 mile south of Pumpkin Center in Dallas County, Missouri. Law enforcement reports hail of golf ball size, 1.75 inch.
Alright, just a quick weather update for these other states here. Again, that severe thunderstorm that's been traveling from New Haven, it's currently moving just way to the north of St. Louis, basically on the fringe of it. We'll be crossing into Illinois. Primary threats include 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail at this current time. There is no rotation of that one. There's no rotation on that one, but still remain indoors. And now we're gonna go back to that complex there. Oh wait, and also I just want to point this out real quick before we do. There is also a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Savannah, McAster, Alderson, and Krebs. That is in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. This is moving to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. This is in a radar hole, unfortunately, so we won't be able to get the most accurate of data, but we're going to show you anyways, just for the people out there. There is also a lot of lightning activity with that storm, so that is something that you need to be that is something you need to remain indoors for. All right, now let's go back to that complex.
Under wars, go indoors.
Yep.
Alrighty, so let's see. Let's go back to that tornado warning. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's look at the rotation on there really quick.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know that if I got no sleep, I'm really tired, so it looks like y'all can handle it. So I will be finally on my way. But y'all did a very good job.
All right. So, good night, Tristan. Make sure you give a shout out to Tristan.
All right.
Thank you. You too. Y'all have a great night.
All right. You too.
All right, you too. So it's just us two in here?
Yeah, no, it's just, there's 2 other people here.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, that rotation's starting to weaken just a little bit for that, Delaware storm. There's a severe thunderstorm warning that followed up with it that action just might be the storm that's ahead of it. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. The rotation has weakened, fortunately, so that's good news. Let's look at that storm over there that was tornado warned. What was it? Buffalo storm. Let's see how that storm's doing really quick.
Yeah, let me go and switch radars there.
I feel like that might be starting up something. Let's see. Mine's taking forever, sorry.
Alrighty. Whenever you're ready.
And that severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled, so that's no longer severe thunderstorm warning. It's not even warned at all.
Yeah, 3 of them got canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, so that storm's weakening. I'm not worried about it no more. Not really, so.
There's another mesoscale discussion that I put in the weather coverage if you want to take a look at that for the stream before I go.
Yeah, and for the record, we might be ending the stream here soon.
They say that a couple more tornadoes could be possible, and that they may be extending tornado watch number 65, which is the first watch of the day that was issued.
Yep.
I thought that was the second one.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, well, it was the first tornado watch of the day.
Oh, I thought okay. Yeah.
Well, anyways.
But yeah, that tornado is probably going to be downgraded to severe because they just issued one.
Also, yeah, it's blue isn't daytime heating right now, so
Well,
do y'all think we're starting to wind down on the event a bit?
a little bit, yeah, but just wait for tomorrow, and that's going to be one hell of a storm, one hell of a complex.
Yeah, before we're about to wrap things up soon, but I just want to point out for the final time the warnings all across the nation here. There's 3 flash flood warnings in effect. That will probably be something that will happen overnight. There's also possibilities of severe thunderstorms that could happen overnight, and a possible risk of an isolated tornado. But our main focus, which we will be live for, will be tomorrow, which there is a moderate risk over Ohio for a 15% significance. And again, we will be live for that. But we're going to take one final look at the severe thunderstorms. Speaking of which, the final tornado warning has dropped.
good.
So we're going to take a final look here. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect southeast of Fort Worth. This is for 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. And earlier, it looks like there is some pretty strong velocity values on there. Still is, and they're quite low. So it's recommended you stay indoors if you're in that. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that is near Avant. That will be in effect until, let me see here, 8:30 p.m. Central. This is moving east at 50 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and quarter-sized hail. And you can see that on the radar right there. That is moving eastward towards Gatesville. And then we're going to quickly bounce up to, we already covered that Oklahoma one, but we're going to take a look at the one that had a tornado warning one final time for the severe values on that. That is warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail moving east at 50 miles an hour. And then we're going to go up to the St. Louis storm, since we already covered that complex there. That is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. And then we're going to bounce over to Indy, where we have a continuation of that severe thunderstorm. Ping-pong-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This will likely make its way through near downtown Indy. So if you're there, then you should be indoors. And then, let me see if there's anything more. Doesn't appear to be. All right.
Well, if you guys are going to be closing out here soon, then I guess I'm going to be signing off for the night. So I'm going to go take my shower now. So you all have a good rest of your night. And everybody stay weather aware tomorrow for the Ohio Valley, because it could be big.
Yeah,
So,
does anyone else have anything else to say, or are we ready to
I have something to say. I just want to let you guys know, you guys have a very great night. Make sure to keep your phones on, just in case there could be anything else occurring. And also, just want to let you guys know, have a great nighttime. Get some good rest, because it's going to be a heck of an event tomorrow. So thanks for letting me go on the stream. What time are you streaming tomorrow? I'm just curious.
We're still deciding that. It just depends on when those storms are going to start firing. We're probably not going to be covering the morning convention unless there's something very serious happening with that, but we're going to be covering the ones later in the day.
All right.
Okay.
alrighty, well, Storm Team signing out.
All right. And I'll
see you
sign
guys
everyone
later.
else off here for the stream. Y'all have a good rest of your night.
And don't forget to keep those phones charged.
Yep. All right. Okay, so that will wrap things up for the stream. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, as this is our first ever stream here. And we'll be back tomorrow for the next severe weather event, which is starting to paint itself to be more major than what happened today. Again, keep those phones charged. Keep those phones charged. as there might be some overnight severe thunderstorms as we prepare for tomorrow. Y'all get some good sleep. This is Tyler signing off.